So I went on Dragon's Den with my granddad's shotgun, and Peter Jones said, so what's the business idea? I said, it's a very simple concept. Put the money in the bag.
What's the difference between Michael Jackson and caviar? Caviar still comes on little crackers. Come on.
Good evening, Internet.
Welcome back to another episode in the Doghouse, the podcast where I'm going to identify as a woman in this year's Olympics, and if the other female competitors don't like it, they can suck my dick.
Fucking bow!
Housekeeping!
Buy the merch! Go on the website, buy the fucking merch. There are 3 really good t-shirt designs on there. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that's your sales pitch?
Yep.
Cool. Done.
Buy it or don't, I don't fucking care.
Awesome. Right, yeah, I do that. Also, massive shout out to the patrons, the people that keep the show going. We love you long time. If you're not a patron, and I do bump into you into the street, what I'm going to do is tie you to a chair, drag you back to my house, and I'm going to talk to you. And by that, I mean I'm going to explain to you how Tsarist Russia fell, and there was the rise of communism, and I'm going to do it in excruciating detail.
I thought you were just going to play the Doghouse podcast to him.
Oh,
Who's your fucking mate?
fucking content creators coming on here. God, we've had problems with them in the past, the cunts. Yeah, so become a patron. So do that, or if you don't, you know, you're just tight and scum.
The Hoover will get you.
Yeah, so do that. That'll be great. Yeah, you can join from as little as I can't remember how much now. This is a really good sales pitch we're doing today, Marlon.
Join the Patreon. Don't be a fuckface peasant.
Just join the Patreon. Pit Viper giveaway, end of the month. We give away 2 pairs of Pit Vipers. We give away other shit. We now fuck around in the bar. It's no longer done in your dining room. We're in the bar. We're trying to get our live streaming set up, sorted, and you can basically watch the evolution of me and Marlon trying to become some sort of live streamy bullshit content creators, bum dossers, really. We repaired a TV last week, didn't we? It didn't go over it. Well, it did go. It was a mess, but it worked.
And it still works now.
It did, yeah. So, yeah, you can join up to the Patreon. The link's in the episode description, links in the bio. Would hugely appreciate that.
This month's giveaway will be on the 24th of May.
Oh, mad on. Wow. What, the when? 24th?
24th of May.
Yeah, I am here for that, so that's good. Right, and before we get into it, a massive shout out to the sponsor of this episode, Airedale Finance. Ladies and gentlemen, listen up. If you're looking to purchase a farm, land, or even just commercial property, get in touch with the sponsor of this episode, Airedale Finance. If you know the first thing you're going to think is go to the bank, and the bank are going to go, we've got a great deal for you. No, don't worry. You don't need to look anywhere else, my friend. We've got a great deal. Fuck them. You don't want to be doing that because they're just going to offer you the rate that they think that you're going to take. And it's not going to be competitive.
It's going to be a shit rate.
It's going to be awful. The difference is if you get in touch with our sponsor, Airedale Finance, they are going to be comparing rates from loads of different lenders. And they're working on your behalf to get you the best deal. So it's a no-brainer, really. You know, you've got to go. It takes so much of the stress out of it. Instead of going through comparison websites and all this nonsense, or just turning up to trying to hit 5 high street banks in a day for them to go, no, sorry, don't do that. These guys are going to be able to work out how to structure it to make it work best for you.
And they understand what you're trying to do.
Exactly. They under their agricultural background, they know what you're trying to do and how you're going to achieve it. So get in touch with the guys over at Airedale Finance. Doesn't matter if it's land, machinery, a farm, a new pickup truck, anything. If you can get finance available on it, get in touch with the guys over there, and they'll sort you out the best deal that they can possibly do. So big up to them. Check them out at airedalefinance.co.uk. Links in the episode description, links in the bio. Massive shout out to them for sponsoring the episode. Right, Marlon. Who have we managed to drag into our pokey little shed this week?
Jesus Christ.
That sounded rapey, didn't it?
No bum sex involved.
So.
Not yet.
We have all 3 members of the fucking gun review.
Hey!
Hola!
Hello. We did it. We finally got there.
Hello.
Yeah, so yeah.
Take a many months.
Ryan, Mike, Johnny, thank you for coming down, guys. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
Well, it's a pleasure and an honour more than anything. I mean, Ryan's a fucking vague regular at this point. We ain't give a fuck about E. But yeah.
Get to fuck.
Yeah. How do you want to kick it off then, Marlon?
Shall we start with, how's your fucking week been, Michael?
It's been alright, you know. It's just selling guns, really. That's all I do.
The
Pretty much
dream,
all day.
if anything.
I
Selling
can
guns,
assure you that
touching
it
bums.
is not the
It isn't.
dream.
That's why he left. He gave up the dream.
My selector switch has stopped working. Is that what it's like, or is
A
it?
lot of it is.
It's usually like, hey, I've been thinking about buying this 525 composite, and they'll come in about maybe 10 times before they probably purchase it somewhere else.
Yeah.
Much else other than that? Just dealing with
Dealing with the public.
just dealing with the general public. That's a politician's answer if ever I did hear one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just dealing with the public. They're all fine and everything's
they're great.
fine.
Yeah, they're great.
And they're really, I
fucking liar.
love being front of house for this.
It's alright.
Yeah.
I do love my job, to be fair, so.
I think from an outside perspective, for me personally, I'd love to be fucking around with guns all day. But I suppose if you do, it's one of those things. If you do
You
it
put
for,
the public into it, you're like,
and then if you do it for a job, you know,
If the public wasn't involved, it'd be brilliant. But
As always, the customers are the issue with every single business in the
Exactly.
world, right?
yeah.
yeah, Marlon, yeah,
Yeah.
See that 1,000-yard stare? Yeah, you got it.
having said that, I love them because they pay my bills.
yeah,
So-
you can't cuss them too much, can you?
Exactly.
I don't really deal with them at all, so I can just say what I like about it. They're fucking idiots. The general public are fucking idiots, all right? Oh, buy Wagyu burgers. Oh, yeah. Is the whole idea of Wagyu that the structure of the meat is, marbled beautifully with this fat. If you mince it into a burger, then it's just really fatty. And you sell it in Aldi and fucking Sharon and her 12 kids are, I'm coming Wagyu burgers tonight. Yeah, you're a fucking idiot. All
Get
right?
back the other side of the wall.
I've sold it and I'm happy, so...
Just have a selfie with the Highland cow and just shoot it and eat that.
Yeah, well,
Job done.
No, I don't. Highland meat's awful. It's awful.
I've not eaten one, to be
I was
fair.
about to say some racial slur about Scotland, and I'm going to back right out of that.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa, I'm still building that wall, so you carry on.
Brick by brick, we're getting there. If I join the Patreon, buy Marlon some more 6-inch blocks. It's beautiful. He's just there troweling away. What about you, Johnny? How's your week been, mate? All right?
Yeah, my week's been pretty epic, mate. I started in Italy. I was there
What?
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Flew back Wednesday, picked up my kids, had them through to Sunday. Did a bit of work in between, but mostly office stuff, bit of editing. Cool.
Fucking. How the other half live?
I know,
How
right?
the other half live?
Oh, it's no Shepton Mallet, mate, is it? Come on.
Yeah,
I went
no.
to your local co-op just now. Woo!
We've got to give you all something to aspire to, on this estate. me falling down fence, me wanked hot tub. Yeah, come on down.
Have you not fixed that yet?
Why don't you fuck off?
How long-
Alright?
Problem
long's
is,
it been?
you boys think this is bad. You want to come down to our ends? We'll show you what real poverty looks like.
I live outside of a place called Thornhill. That's bad. That's bad.
There's only,
It was fine
there's
until
only
Michael
6
moved
pubs
there.
there. Heavens.
It's gone down massively.
You live on the out on the east side of things. It's all very closer you get to London, the more money there is. All right.
no,
Not
just
at
the
all.
more expensive the houses are. We still get paid the same minimum wage.
Yeah, fair point. Yeah. Well, my council house is only a 6-bed. Heavens, I don't know where we. God alive! I sometimes I call for the wife and she can't hear me.
She's in the bloody West Wing.
No, mate. She's about 60 miles from you.
My wife is, yeah. She's not in the West Wing, she's in the cunt wing.
Oh God! Right. Oh, Jesus
sorry.
Christ! Here we go. Oh God!
Shots fired. Everyone
I'm
stand
gonna
down,
be
stand down.
Busy boy editing this one. Anyway. What were you up to in Italy then?
We're doing a factory tour of a place called RFM, who you probably have never heard of because I've only ever seen them sort of in passing through a few importers who didn't perhaps make anything of them. But in America, they are kicking off big time with their sister company called Upland Gun Company. They're a completely custom outfit. Small family-run gun makers. Family live above the factory. They all work down there, so there's no sort of corporate structures to support. So all their guns are super affordable. You're talking their first entry-level gun is $2,500. Just side by side, any gauge, full custom stock,
What?
$2,500.
That's
That's-
cheap.
How
Yeah,
are they
that is
making money
cheap,
at that
yeah.
then?
They're all Chinese.
Because I saw it, mate. They're all coming in with like kanji on, and they cut it off, and they put on Italian. They put the
You get a free pair of fake Nike trainers with every gum.
They just sand off the Mandarin, and then there's a really like beautiful scroll in there. Yeah.
Hello, Mr. Johnny.
How are you? Oh Christ! What about you, Ryan? How's your week been, mate?
Same as usual, mate.
Fixing forklifts, saving lives.
Saving lives.
Stealing batteries.
Stealing batteries.
Just about to say stealing batteries. Fucking dirty Romanian jibbo.
It's been a shit week for batteries, actually.
Not stealing batteries, recycling batteries in the proper manner.
Into your shed.
Just unfortunately, the money doesn't go to the company.
You're offering a great service to the planet, mate.
Yeah, I only made
Have
60
you
quid today, so
recharged
it's bad.
any eels this week?
No, none went in the sea because
Oh.
they all cost money, and the money goes in my pocket.
It's the BLF, innit? Battery Liberation Front.
Why would you not make money out of batteries? It's the perfect way to make money out of a company that doesn't want to pay you enough.
Yeah.
Perfect. It's perfect. But apart from that, I've had a good week. I worked this morning. I was on the Queen Mary 2 this morning, which was all right. I don't mind working on the cruise ships.
I don't know
It's fine.
how in God's name you got through Dockland security.
I did get called up on having a knife in my pocket.
Did you?
And apparently saying that I was born in Reading is not a good enough excuse. Apparently you have to have a proper reason for carrying a knife.
We stay strapped where I'm from, bruv.
Yeah, you've always got to be ready, haven't you? Yeah.
These streets are mean.
They've all got rucksacks and they've all got different coloured skin.
The mean
You've got to
streets
be
of the
ready.
New Forest.
Southampton, right? Those ends are bad. You got to be ready. Yeah.
Genuinely, boys, you don't understand. Please come down for a weekend.
Yeah,
We'll treat you to.
Southampton's not the
I'm
nicest
not from
place.
round there. I'm from Salisbury. Like I am from a nice place, and I can assure you, this is heaven right now. Up in Shepton, I feel safe for the first time. I parked my car 100 yards away. Not worried about it.
No.
There you go.
Yeah, I will say that, to be fair, like all jokes aside, I'm part of the Defender on the drive. I lock it. I don't think about it. But like everyone else is like, fucking no.
No, see, where I used to live in Reading, if I had a Defender like yours, you
Yeah.
park it on the drive at night time, you kiss it on the bonnet and say, I love you. It's been emotional.
I'll see.
Because
I'll
the
never
fucker's
see
not
you
going to be
again.
there in the morning, yeah.
Yeah.
Or it might be there in the morning, but it'll be missing doors and a bonnet and a back door.
Yeah, you don't really think about
Like
that.
and wheels. And maybe the engine. They might
Nobody's going to
they might
steal
leave
a
the
transit
radio.
engine.
The radio's shit, but they'll leave that. But apart from that, my week's been good. On positive news, I finally got my mortgage through. Exactly.
Good man.
So I've been
Well done.
15 months inside a caravan. Michael calls me Pikey Ryan. I think Michael
Mate,
called
we
me
called
that.
you that well before the fucking caravan. It's because you look like a Didakoi, that's why. That slick back hair, the stealing of batteries. Literally, there's nothing about you that doesn't say, hey, you turned up to a shoot day in camo boots, you jippo. Come on. There is nothing about you. Imagine you lived in a 5-bedroom suburbia.
On a positive note, while that's on, my last name is Murphy, and if any of you want your driveways done, please give me a shout. But there's no guarantee, there's no warranty, but the link's in the bio, and I'm not paying for any sponsorship.
He just let
But
the lurch
yes.
out the back of a Shogun.
15 months in a caravan, and finally, it looks like I'm going to be getting out into a house that's going to be mine.
Good.
Which is
Good
gonna
for
be
you,
good,
man.
yeah.
It's no. I know we take the piss here. It's no small feat to do that on your fucking.
No,
own.
it's been fucking hard trying to get a mortgage on my own and trying to get through that sort of stage in my life of readjusting to not being married and not living with the kids anymore. But it is all ending on a positive note,
good.
and the bitch don't live for me anymore. So that's
Salute.
even more positive.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Honestly,
How's,
I think we speak. Yeah, we fucking love you, man. We're
Yeah.
so proud of you, and we'll still take the piss.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. I live for that. I live for piss taking.
Good. What are you doing?
Don't give it if you can't take it, right?
Are you going to bring the caravan home? You like one
I
of
gotta
those
say, what you
prisoners?
doing with
You
the-
can no longer sleep in a bed after you've been in prison for 10. You sleep on the floor
I'm
because it's
really-
out of familiarity.
It's too soft.
I'm really worried that people are going to come around my house and they're going to go, why is everything in your front room? why are you living, sleeping and cooking in your front room? And I just can't fucking handle the space.
Like a
I need
prisoner
to stay in
readjusting
here.
to
There's got to
society.
be
Yeah.
a rehabilitation
Yeah.
class somewhere.
There's got to be. Like, they're going to be coming around going, why is your shower on cold? Like, because that's all I fucking had. I'm used to it. I don't want hot water anymore.
What do you mean I can't shoot out my windows? I thought I could get that squirrel from here.
I'm just going to reroute all the waste pipes into the garden into a pot because I like emptying my toilet. I like having a shit and going, do you know what? I'm going to see you in 2 days' time. I'm going to miss that. I'm going to just miss just emptying my shit
Saves
out
you
of the
keeping a
toilet.
diary, mate.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. I get to look at everything. I know whether I'm well or not. I'm like, oh, yeah, that was too much beer. Oh, that was a spicy dinner. Oh, get rid of that.
Oh, blood. Better get a checkup.
I pushed the
just
finger
the
too
piles.
deep. Yeah.
Just more semen. Busy night in Brighton.
You only stayed round once, Reg.
He keeps inviting me down. I'm a little bit wary.
Oh, I can't wait for you to come down, Marlon. You put them
Marlon,
cowboy
you are
boots on.
half as pretty. Fortunately for you. Takes you off the target species
Just remember,
list.
as long as you don't,
Target species.
yeah, as long as you don't push back, you're not gay. So you got to remember, keep on trying to get away from me, and you're definitely not gay.
What do you call a gay man with a runny nose? Bull. Oh, what about you, Marlon? How's your week been?
Oh,
You
the
cunt?
week's been good, mate. Fucking busy. Land Rovers are still shit, surprisingly. I went to saw John Party.
Oh, was that good?
But he was fucking brilliant live. Chief didn't like him one bit.
Oh, she's usually on board with your.
No, she's not.
Well, she is and she isn't. She likes some of your music, some of your back down
She
home
likes
on the
Luke.
range.
That's it.
Yeah.
That-
Why
yeah.
did she come?
Well, someone's
a question.
gotta drive me.
Stockholm syndrome.
Someone's got to drive me. If I said
I
to them,
can't get there myself.
how do you do it? How do you talk her into it?
I just kind of tell her she's coming.
That's wild because mine would be like, no, I'm not. End of story.
Somebody needs to drive
No,
me.
it just well, fair enough.
I need looking after.
Was it good?
He was fucking brilliant. What I also started doing again was selling stuff on Marketplace.
Oh,
Oh.
this is fucking brilliant.
So I got some shit lying around. Like there's an Oxford boss lock with an alarm thing.
What's a boss log?
So it's a big chain
It's like a
for
side
your
lock.
bike.
It's like
Gun jokes.
oh, that was good. I just got that.
Hey. Yep.
It's a big fucking chain with an alarmed lock. So if you move the lock when it's locked, it goes off like an alarm. That's been up for about 3 weeks. And I just keep getting people like, oh, would you take a tenner for it? Would you take like it's 130 quid brand new? It's up for 70. And then I had some bloke message me saying, they're not that brand new, and sent me a link to the wrong lock. So I really went in on him a little bit. But I also have some golf clubs for sale at the minute, which I bought off Dimmerline. Thank you, mate. I went out once and decided, no, it's still not for me, even though
You're not
I thought-
homosexual, is what
Yeah.
you basically
I
realised.
thought, like, as I've matured, maybe
Hannah Brooks
maybe
went
it's
at the
a
range, so you
fucking-
thought, oh, fuck it.
nothing to look at. I thought as I matured, like, it might be something I like to get into.
Come on, it is quite fun.
Yeah.
I've only started playing the last year. I've been out 3 times. It's enjoyable shit.
Really?
Yeah, but you just doing driving range. You're doing 18 hole.
No, I went to mate. I'm not
18 holes,
kind of like
that's
quality
legal,
human. I'm
that's
like
fine.
a 19.
No,
9
it's
I'm
on the
a
limit.
9
Yeah.
Oh,
9 old, yeah,
I
no,
just-
that is illegal.
Marlon went because they said you've only got to count up to 4.
That's quite long.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I tried it. I fucking hate it. So I put these clubs up for 40 quid.
Full set.
Full set of clubs, 40
I've
quid.
seen them today.
they're lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah, saw them in the garage.
What did the
Did he
bloke
wipe the
say?
blood off them before he it was put them back?
No, that's a chainsaw. What did I? Because I sent it to you, didn't I?
Oh yeah.
And it's been continuous. It is. I hate it.
I don't know how you deal with it, mate.
First of all, he's just said what driver. So I was like, oh, there's a 1, a 3, and a 5. How much for just the irons? I was like, Shag, it's 40 quid. I'm not splitting anything. Buy it or don't. I don't fucking care. And then we've got one from Georgie. Can you measure them all? Absolutely fucking not.
40 quid. So you said absolutely.
Yeah.
Michael's nodding in approval because that's every customer,
Every
every
single
retail
one who comes in.
establishment. You got this gun up for £60. Do you mind just doing 1 million hours of work on it for me for nothing.
Absolutely fucking not.
Can you run a tape round it, put a spacer in the back of the stock, and
Honestly, yeah.
You got a set of teaks to go in there as well, have you, Shaq?
Has he got a case?
Yeah. Is it in his maker's carton?
Throwing a slab of ammo?
The worst one is with air guns. It's, can I have a tin of pellets? And it's like, no, it's a 250 quid gun and pellets 20 quid a tin. Yeah, go on then. It's like, no. Just no.
No.
Only if I can insert them into your rectum, one pellet at a time.
500
Would you like the 200 or the 500 tin?
Welcome to the general public. Yeah,
They're dickheads. They are fucking dickheads. And like, it's 40 quid. Just come and look at them, buy them, or don't. Stop wasting my fucking time. I got about 20. Is this still available?
Are they still on Marketplace?
Johnny's going to look it up. set location to current location.
Yeah, if you
would you mind just go and measure it up for me?
Absolutely fucking not.
They will not fit you, mate.
Well, they're normal man size, not
Yeah, but he's not normal man size.
giant size. And then somebody, his name's Jack. I don't want to call you out, mate, but you're a fucking dickhead.
What's his phone number?
Yeah, let's ring him now.
Can you take photos of both sides of the shafts? I was
Oh,
like, this is
yeah, we're
this
getting
has got
sexy
to be a wind up.
Go
I was
on,
like, I
go
will
on.
do one club. Yeah, that's all right. Because I've got to make sure they're good shafts.
He's getting his job.
We've all
He's
been
there
there.
stroking it, typing this out to you.
And at 1:30 this morning, the cunt replies, "These are lovely. I'm half tempted."
Oh.
I didn't even reply.
You,
I'm
you're ending up under someone's patio at that rate, mate.
I am like
Not
if-
Marlon's patio. There's only 3 slabs down.
To be fair, mate, this is Somerset, so 40 quid?
Yeah.
Clubs or house? Clubs or house?
Oh.
Look at these fucking East Coasters.
Yeah, no, that's been my week really.
Ah,
I'm going to cut these clubs in half.
I don't know how you do it. I don't know why you bother.
What? They're
Hey,
too
money-
nice to throw away.
Money's money, innit? Yeah. I swear I don't sell anything because I fucking hate it. I fucking hate it.
Go down
The
local,
next shit you
local
message.
pawn shop, mate. Go down local pawn shop, get a tenner for him. Feel good for yourself.
Cash
We
converter.
haven't got a pawn shop.
There's no pawn in Somerset.
No, not one. Well, I think Western.
This is
maybe.
a pawn-free zone.
Yeah, no, not a lot of porn stars live here. No
Yeah.
pawn shops. Yeah,
I can't cut. I might cut them up.
it'd be funny. Fuck it, just do
And
your
then
thing.
keep it on Marketplace and send them the fucking photo. I'll give you a tenner. Send him a vote. Nah, too late.
Too late. Just send him a picture of it really close. Like, come on, make the offer.
Yeah, how's your fucking week been, mate?
Shit week, good week. Sold the Defender, bought a digger. End of story. No questions. Moving on.
Are you going
Sounds like a fair
Killdozer
swap.
here? This is Killdozer territory. I can feel it.
Do you know what? I
No,
was
it's
in
a
it.
wanky Kubota, mate.
I'll give you wanky Capote, you little bastard. fucking good deal that was. Shout out to Dutchy Plant for going bust. What up? There are some fucking deals out there at the moment. Yeah, just had to go get the
355.
But yeah, that's pretty much been it. Bye bye Defender, hello Digger. So yeah.
When's the new one coming?
Oh, not buying a new one, am I? No, just I'm driving around in the old man's Puma.
What do you boys make of the new Land Cruiser?
I really
Oh,
like
I
it. I
love
think
it.
it's absolutely stunning.
love it.
Yeah, buddy.
Really, really pretty car. What do they retail at?
70?
What set start figure?
I think start at 59 or something, yeah.
What's top spec for like? Is that a 3-door or 5-door?
I don't think they go over 100, which makes it very...
That's
like,
really competitive.
Yeah, but in comparison to a Defender, it'll probably work as well.
And it won't break down.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a shitty ingenium engine.
fucking miles I did in that car and it never broke down. Can
Where-
you lot fuck off?
Yeah,
oh
'cause
my
it-
god.
12,000 miles, mate. I do 40,000 a year. What the fuck? 12,000 is barely a commute.
Hey, I was clever enough to live next to where I work. Like, what are you going to do? I don't drive that much. But yeah, no, I loved it. It was great. It was great when it lasted. And now I have a fucking Puma Defender.
Which will definitely grenade
Oh,
itself.
100%.
The worst
die.
part is I get in the car, I chuck my keys in the cup holder, and I press the heated fucking seat switch, and I'm like, why hasn't it started? Oh yeah. An
You got to
ignition-
put the
I
keys
got
in the
the
ignition
keys
jack.
in.
You mean I have to turn a key? Oh no!
Oh yeah, that was a shock enough. Imagine my displeasure when I had to put a clutch down and move a stick in the center console. I was like,
Oh
what kind
God, no!
of fucking povo?
Absolutely not.
What kind of povo shit is this?
Have you noticed how the table is very much split? The rich cunts are sat on one side and the rest of us are sat over here.
Yeah, so it's been a shock to the system. I won't lie. It's incredibly uncomfortable. It's incredibly slow. It's difficult to drive. I can't smoke, drink a coffee, and drive without.
Wait a minute. Wait, yeah, no.
It's
No
hard.
one fucking cares.
It's hard, man. It's all I can say is, Marlon, it's lonely and it's hard at the top.
Do you? Let me show you something.
Yeah. So that's been my week. But yeah, I
That
dunno.
sounds awful, mate. I'm truly horrified for you. I'll give you a
someone's
cuddle
got-
later.
someone has to do it. Someone has to do it. I am the chosen one.
You want to drive my note.
I had a note and it was
Mate,
worse
my
than
dad had a
yours.
note. That was a good car.
Mate, she's
Very
done
spacious.
180,000 miles.
Incredibly spacious.
Fucking ugly as sin, but
Yeah.
very practical. It says a lot about you, mate. Like, it really
I
does.
know, it was supplied by work. It's work's car.
That is a works vehicle, a Nissan Note.
Yeah.
They're a bit
Big jobs
pan-faced, aren't
only.
they?
Been a quiet year.
Yeah, well, we don't really want to drive Land Rovers because they break down.
Oh.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah,
Mine
do you
last.
wanna
year.
expand- do you wanna-
How did yours go?
Oh, I fucked it off within a month.
No, really?
Yeah.
So something I told you not to buy.
I learnt my lesson, and you were right, and I
No.
got rid of it very, very
That's
quickly.
fucking strange.
And then
that.
I got a BMW 525 that died as well. That was quite epic. And yeah, that's gone as well. So yeah, I've had 2 cars since I saw you
He's
last.
back on the pony and trap.
No. Rag and bone. Get it on there, boy.
Bring out your old iron.
Yeah.
Bring out your old iron.
No,
I've had-
unfortunately, I've really hit my 40s hard, and I've ended up with the Honda CRV now.
Oh,
As
mate.
Gilo will attest to, there is nothing wrong with a CRV.
Oh, that just exudes sex.
Yeah, it does. Oh, it's a pussy wagon. Like the amount of looks I
Where
get in it.
is a pussy magnet?
Yeah.
Mate, nobody looks in there.
No,
there ain't
nobody-
nobody. It's just a nozzle exists, but it's a fucking cloak of invisibility. That's
Yeah.
what you're RAV4. Like, mate, you could commit a major crime in a RAV4. No one would have fucking seen you. CCTV doesn't even see RAV4s.
Yeah, it's basically
What
giving
colour
up.
is it? What colour is it?
It's
Beige.
like a metallic grey. It's not
Oh.
beige. Well, like hearing aid beige, like my old Nova. It's it's like a metallic silver, dark. It's a good car. It was even better until I hit that road here the other day, and now it's
On purpose
slightly
or
differently
on
shaped
accident?
at the front. No, it was an accident.
Oh,
Well, no,
okay.
it wasn't an accident.
He saw
The
40
road
quid in
there-
the headlights. He's like, I'm having that.
I'll take down the game dealer.
Yeah, no.
Get some money for that.
All right, there, yeah, get in there, shag. Yeah, no, the road deer committed suicide basically into the front of my bumper.
You sure it was a road deer?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I found it the next day. I couldn't find it that night. I did look for it, but the kids needed to go to bed, and I just killed an innocent animal with my car. So I had to leave it. But
You left it.
I couldn't
You left
find
it
it.
by the
Exactly
side
what
of the
I said.
road, struggling for life.
Oh no, it was dead. I hit it at about 50. It was 100% dead.
I guarantee it wasn't dead.
It was, but I reversed over it.
Again and again
and again and again.
He's out there taking pictures.
He's over 40.
Like,
It's hard to get an erection.
Yeah, yeah. Let a couple of desk pops out the side of the window.
Get a
and then
couple of
drive
pictures,
home.
send that to the FAO. This is why I need humane dispatch. This is not
I
humane.
can't drive
Look
straight.
at what you've done to him. Right, shall we get into it? Johnny, let's start with you, man. How long have you been doing YouTube now?
It could be nearly 8 years.
8
Interesting.
years. How'd you get into
whole
it?
Years. Well, I was working in the gun shop, running the gun shop back then, and we got a bit tired with customers coming in, having watched the 3 YouTube channels that existed at the time, who weren't potentially run by experts who were reviewing guns and talking about shit, and they didn't have the basic knowledge that professionals do, and were saying stuff that was just
Untrue.
I was going to use a different word, but yeah, untrue works too. It was untrue, Michael. It was alternative facts.
Yes.
Fake
They were
news.
coming up with some bullshit.
And so my brother was working for me at the time. He's he used to work in marketing. Really cool dude. He's like, you should start a YouTube channel of your own. So we did. And after about a year of maybe posting 3 videos, we started doing a few more, and then I hired a professional. It was like, this might have legs. And then 5 and a bit years ago, hired another professional, another guy, Sasha, the legendary filmmaker.
He's a ledge.
He's
good.
He's a bit.
I fucking love
He's
him.
really
he's-
get to
he's like
meet him.
hard dick.
I've heard many a good tale of this
He
man.
is my best mate. He is a sorry guys, I don't mean.
Wow.
Oh fuck.
Okay, well, that's
Oh, no.
a bombshell.
Whoa.
However, so it's been lovely talking to everyone tonight, and we're off.
Yeah, all right. He is my best mate. Look, I've slept in a bed with him more times than I have you two. Sorry, that's
you're
literally
calling me
that's the
gay.
metric. You know, I'm not gay. I didn't shag him. If I slept in a bed with you, I'd be worried. Mr. Spaghetti.
I couldn't keep my hands off
I like
you,
my
baby.
spaghetti separate.
Come here, Mr. Booty Hole Man.
Mr. Booty Hole Man.
And yeah, from there, we were making a video a day back then, and we just we were enjoying it, and then we wanted to go a bit bigger, so I said I got an idea for a documentary. I want to make a documentary on grouse shooting. Nobody's done it. And nobody had made a documentary grouse shooting because it was under fire all the time. I'm like, video's a great platform. Let's do it. So I went to someone and I asked for money. They said no, so I went to the NGO, the National Gamekeepers Organisation. Big up NGO, join as a member. They're the tits.
Yep.
They should sponsor this podcast, but they don't, so I'm going to give them a free 30-second shout-out. They're the best organisation on the planet. Go and join them. It's like 65 quid a year, and you're the best. You get insured and everything. It's brilliant.
40.
I did have a good chat with him at
40
the
something quid a year.
shooting show, and they were saying
It's less
so.
than 45 quid a year to join the NGO.
Yeah, well, I insure my
membership.
family as well, mate, just so you know.
Fuck your family. It's
Yeah.
40
You probably
less
would.
than
They were under
45
10.
quid. I don't know why you're saying would.
And so we went and we did it. And from there, we realized we could make money making films for other people. We were making no money as a channel. It was just like a thing that we wanted to do to, well, improve and boost sales in the shop, but also to just help the community out because
Spread the
nobody
good
else
word.
was, right? And from there, it's turned into what it is now. Like, we've made a few films for other people, and the channel's got way bigger since then. I think we were on like 16, 17,000 subscribers then. We now work with some of the coolest, biggest people in the industry. We get to go do cool things like go tour factories in Italy.
Do you ever think it'd get to where it is now? Back when you first sort of started, and when you were first thinking this could go somewhere.
No.
Really?
No.
You never like thought just push, and we'll get there.
I mean, at a certain point, of course, but at the beginning, no, it was just a fun little side hobby. I enjoyed it. It was fun. We used to it was helping people, and it still is. But back then, it was just complete passion, and complete passion, as you guys well know, really goes a fucking long way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you fake it at some point. No, I'm joking.
He still can't shoot for shit.
What, me or you?
Look, all right, we need to. I know I couldn't make it up today, but we're going to put a shooting date in the diary, and I'll come kick your fucking ass. Just so you know.
I'll bring the fab
Probably
on.
don't want to test that.
Even Ryan's like, oh yeah.
I am the least
yeah.
competitive shooter in the world until someone calls me out, in which case I'll bring the game.
2-3 years ago, it was all right. Now I don't even test him.
Just don't
No,
even,
there's no point.
No.
No point. No, because he'll start fucking holding it over his head or like, oh, Ed Sullivan showed me if I just rest it on my testicles, I can shoot this, and he will hit it, and it's really fucking annoying. So I don't even test him now. He's way better than I am.
Thank you, mate.
Finally.
I actually
Bless him.
appreciate it that finally I beat Escape Suburbia. One of the OG influences of the world.
Yeah, boy.
On the behind the scenes sort of side of things, what is it like running a channel where you know what you're doing, YouTube fucking hates it? Because they hate gun content. Don't
Incredibly hard, mate. Genuinely incredibly hard. And you ask at a difficult time. The last 6 months, they changed the rules.
they? Again,
So more and more is being demonetized, which makes it incredibly hard
just
for us.
anything gun wise
No,
is
I speak to other people in different categories with similar subscribers, similar views, and they're earning 90, 100 grand a year from YouTube.
no.
I get about 12. And as we know, 12 grand a year is a nice amount of money. But it is also, in the context of making content, fuck all.
Yep.
Like, think buying a camera. Camera setup's 10 grand.
A good camera setup.
Yeah, just an average fucking camera setup, depressingly, with all the mics and the lenses. You soon burn through 12 grand a year just in diesel cars, going and filming clays, cartridges, guns, fucking around. I want to give a big shout out at this point. Sponsors make it happen. Sponsors really do make what we do a reality. And without them, I would be...
A bum dosser.
Thank you. Yeah. I'd be a bum dosser shag. Yeah. I would be as bum as a dosser could get. No, I would be doing something else at this point if they didn't actually step in and help. We wouldn't be able to grow it to this size. We wouldn't be able to do what we do. We wouldn't be able to create the content we create. And yeah, they are amazing people who step up and actually help us make what we make, because there's very few who appreciate the amount of effort it takes. There's a lot of people go, oh, you just go and shoot all the time. That is not the truth. In answer to your first question, it's really insanely hard to keep creating content. Like, actually coming up with good ideas and then finding the budget for them, because a film doesn't just make itself, right? Even a quick gun review, and we don't charge for reviewing guns because that's somewhat unethical, but let's say just going and covering a shoot, you're looking at a day of filming, a day of planning, half a day of voiceover writing, 4 or 5 days of editing. Any way you look at it, that's 7 or 8 days of work for a human being.
For a 10, 15-minute video.
Yeah, twice a week.
Yeah.
It's brutal, but I fucking love it. I love the pressure. And I love the chase. And it's cool, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. I mean, we were just saying before you got here, I mean, I didn't want to blow smoke up your ass while you were here,
Don't.
but I will say it
I'll become
now
unbearable.
because I'm a nice
His head went
man.
out the door.
We were sat here watching some of the gun review before
Look at
we
me in the
turned
eye.
up,
Look at me in the eye.
and
Let's just say it.
I said, you got to hand it to him. I said, the cinematography is fucking brilliant. The editing is fantastic. And I said, whoever the editor is, Sasha does a lot of it.
Sash does gun review,
Yeah, and I said, if you're doing editing, you've got to have a sense of humor, because you'll never be able to edit funny if you don't understand funny, and you can make it funny with the edit, even more so than what's been said. Like, just at the very start, Michael said something that was funny at the in the sort of prelude to the gun review, and the way he cut it and the way he edited it was just fucking brilliant.
He cuts,
Pretty fucking rare, isn't it, Ryan?
it's fucking rare. Sash cuts a lot of stuff out that we say because it's not deemed suitable for
The gun review.
the gun review or any public consumption.
Okay, so you're stretching it with guns, and then in comes Ryan with some of his stuff.
Another tangent.
Well, it's not just me. Like, Johnny's on par with me.
I'm
Believe
going to
it
say,
or not.
I saw Johnny Unfiltered at the shooting show.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I was like,
I need to bring this point up.
Are we gonna fucking have it out?
I
Because we
really need to have
saved
it
this.
because
We saved this.
I listened to your podcast.
We didn't. Of course, we didn't know this before we met you, and you were like, "I listen to it every single week." I was like, "Oh my god, do you?" You're like,
yeah. Somerset Small Talk is literally my favourite.
What the fuck is this guy?
Look, I appreciate that perhaps in Somerset people don't have a good time, but I'd say I was on about 40% breaks there, wouldn't you, Ryan?
Yeah, 40. Yeah, I've seen you worse. Yeah.
Yeah. I was
Yeah, we've
really
both- we've
I
both
was
been
as tame
worse,
as I
yeah.
could be then, and you said I was wild. You said all kind of.
I think it was
you were Shag. You were cutting loose. I was
Yeah.
like, and not only that, I was like, you were cutting loose, but also I was like, you had a lot of your sponsors, a lot of like, the people that were staying in the hotel, a lot of important people from the shooting show. I'm fucking Johnny Carr. I will look at my nipples. I'm a big man. No one's gonna step to me, bitch. And I didn't, which is true. So yeah, fair point well made.
the nipples
this could be
was,
the time.
Yeah.
Look, if you're gonna talk big, and you two talk fucking big, literally all the time, you need to act big too.
Well, we were out. I mean, don't get it twisted. We were well out of our comfort zone. I'm an average amateur shooter at best. And Marlon couldn't hit a barn door at 10 paces unless he's got a decent gun. So
It is true. The more expensive gun, the better you get, right, Michael?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spend more. Spend
spoken
more.
like a
Spend more.
true
Oh,
salesman.
The thing is, that is kind of right.
Well, but I'll got a point about this later on to ask about. But yeah, like you shooting with that fucking god awful pump action, couldn't it? Fuck all. I'm like, Marlon, use my slightly marginally better synergy that really doesn't suit you or fit you. Smash, 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 smash. I'm like, yeah, it's almost like a half decent gun will make you a half decent shooter.
Yeah, we're sorting that.
Gun maths 101.
It's
with
no
Reg.
different to cars, right? You can
Subscribe
take a
to my
shit
channel.
car to a track, you're never going to be good. You get something half decent, it really does, like,
Perform.
stop you being so shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It helps you out
definitely.
massively. Anyway, on the nipples front, back to nipples.
Nipplegate.
Let's
Talk
give the
about
story.
Nipplegate.
We start here at the British Shooting Show in a hotel having maybe 3 beers. And, and,
Fake news.
and these boys won't get their
Didn't
nipples
happen.
out.
Whoa! I showed you mine.
Yeah, okay,
You didn't
sorry.
take much pressure,
No,
but
mate, I'll get undressed and wander around the hotel.
Many of you will not know. But Reg, when he
I was like a
when he
backpack
actually
at the Boston
decides
Marathon. I
to
took
want
some
to be
fucking pressure.
like cool, he is possibly one of the more handsome bastards you'll ever meet.
I call it the Clark Kent mode with
He
Reg.
definitely like,
Takes those
right
glasses
now.
off.
He
Oh.
he will go in with the 8x56 binos that he wears on his face. He will spin round in a telephone box, put a flowery shirt on, whack a load of contacts in, and come out looking like Superman.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
takes the hat off, really
Which
reveals
is-
his
which-
facial structure. This boy's got some shit
Without
going
the
on.
glasses, he's a fucking handsome
It's not
boy.
even the glasses. I think it's just the like attitude. He came downstairs with chewed.
He
I
looked-
didn't. I was well out of my comfort zone around
No,
people that
you were sexy as dick. You come down looking the fucking bee's knees.
I think he'd seen Michael and fancied a bit of that, to be honest. And I can't blame him.
No,
Michael
so-
clearly looks passionate.
Yeah, everyone
Lovely,
loves a chubby gay.
Say-
definitely not Jewish.
No, because it's the same. If you meet a girl
No,
with a
Michael's
six-pack,
not
she's,
Jewish.
well, you should stay clear, right?
Oh, 100%, yeah, because she's probably got a dick.
You've got hang-ups.
Oh, sorry. Hang-ups.
Okay, yeah.
She's got hang-ups, yeah. We, had, a
you were
good,
sort
we
of-
had a good night that night.
we did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was just Nipplegate.
Yeah,
sort
on
of.
40% brakes. So
Yeah.
next time, I just wanted to let you know.
And when you hit a fucking tailboard clean off the cunt, I don't want to be within 100-mile radius. Because that was fucking wild. Just show me your nipples, Reg. I was like, why? And then you were like,
What sort of confused me where you were like, no, Johnny, I am not showing you my nipples, but you're quite welcome to see my cock.
yeah.
And you
it
whopped your
got to a-
cock out.
He's got-
Like, at what point?
Yeah, to be
got
fair,
to a
that
point-
was a little bit
Premiering
weird.
had no
At that
idea
point,
what
I was
going
like,
on. There was
yeah.
dicks
maybe
out,
these
nipples
guys are a
out.
bit crazy. There was a lot of
I was
penises
like,
I saw
why?
that night that I don't want to see again.
What point do you get at
It
in
got to
your,
a point where
in
that
your
was the-
head where you're like, I am not showing this guy my nipples that I've just met, but he can damn right see my cock.
Yeah, that was the hill I was willing to die on there. I was like, you know
What's-
what? I've drawn a line at the fucking nipples. I was making a point that, no, you're not seeing them. You can see everything else.
The problem-
Because I knew it was what you wanted. And I won't go and give it to you, baby.
The problem
like
is,
a
it's like a girl in like
Say no.
say no.
It's like a girl in like non-revealing clothing. It's way more alluring, right? What you've basically done by showing your knob is make me even more fascinated by the nipples. And I don't really care that much. But the fact that you were willing to pull your manhood out in a public space, aka
Sorry, Premier Inn.
sex offender, he definitely has fucked up nips. That's it.
I would have shown you my rusty sheriff's badge if you'd have asked, but I wasn't showing you no nip.
It's
Why
good.
not?
To be fair, his
I don't know,
His
I
flaccid
just-
cock was all right.
It was because you were so
bad.
aggressive about it. I didn't have any prelude. You were like, Reg, can I see your nipples? I was like,
Yeah.
no. And then you just wouldn't let it go. And I was like, the more you're going to push, the more I'm going to dig
We
my
were
heels in.
talking-
Problem is, mate,
for-
I'm a younger sibling, so any kind of nib or attention I can get, I'm gonna go for that so fucking aggressively.
Yeah, I
And you
realised that
gave me
real
a nib.
fucking
I'm
quick.
like, yeah, I want them nips, boy. We're gonna do it. You were
Give me
getting
them
so
nips.
wound up. You were like fully ready to wrestle and die for your nipples,
Yeah.
which was fully entertaining. But
If
I
it
just
had
wanna point
gotten
out-
handsy over the table, we could have thrown down. I was
Oh,
willing to.
Hold on, hands over the table, high five, Ryan.
We may have
Apparently,
had a
everyone
set
thought me
to-
and Ryan were going to kill each other, but we just had a bit of a play fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do remember.
But his
that, actually.
nipples are like chocolate digestives, which I think is attractive. on
You
a
got
white
them
guy.
National Geographics, have you?
Yeah,
Get on.
he has. He
Get my
has.
dimby. Oh.
Look at him.
Oh, fucking.
They're not.
I'm
they're-
disappointed.
It's
they're
just a
not
nipple,
that
right?
big.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, no,
No,
I was
what-
expecting.
No,
Yeah,
they're just a normal nipple, right? But they're slightly larger, but nothing too
Yeah.
crazy.
No,
which
just like
means,
a mini digestive.
yeah, I mean, not being funny. You go to a beach and you pull them out in front of a million people you don't know. What's wrong with showing them to your mates? Like,
smaller than Oreo, so yeah, they're nothing to shout right home about.
Anyway, moving on from the
Smaller than
nipples.
an
Yeah,
Oreo.
sorry, we got
an
way.
Oreo-sized nipple on a man is quite impressive. Sasha has large nips, but ain't no like
Yeah,
an
but he's
Oreo.
Sasha's Serbian.
Montenegrin.
Yeah, whatever. He's foreign.
Oh, he's from. Oh, he's a descendant of a war criminal, surely.
yes,
He is, yeah, same as the
Yeah.
wife. They get
You
on real
kill,
well.
you kill my wife. It's
We like to
okay.
call
Have
him,
another one.
Old Slobodan.
Slobodan Milosevic. Yeah.
The good thing with Sash is if any of your family die, he's great at digging holes.
But the thing is, you need a lot of your family to die at once.
Yeah, just,
oh, yeah, they're mass
a lot of them
graves.
at
Yeah,
once.
yeah.
Yeah.
Suddenly we revert back to the digger conversation. You might need to borrow it.
Can't
Yeah,
wait.
yeah. They're not good at doing single graves.
I
But
mean,
mass
just,
ones, they're
To the
amazing.
Serbs, it was but mere Geneva suggestions. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's not genocide, it's pesticide.
I mean, that actually is a little bit fucking over the line.
No.
Yeah, for sure.
I've never crossed the line.
Mate, Holocaust jokes are funny. Jokes about mass killing in the fucking Serbs is pretty over the line. I can't.
Well,
I genuinely can't fucking believe you've done that.
Well, it's over our border, right? Therefore, it doesn't matter the fuck to me.
Like, that's how I know you're from Reading. Not in England. It doesn't fucking matter. Britain foist. Hey, genuinely, that's fucking. Well, ain't that long ago. The thing about the Holocaust 100 years ago, you can joke about anything 100 years ago.
Yeah, but everyone's made Holocaust jokes. Why don't we just move on and just move on to the next joke?
Yeah, okay.
Just get it done with now. Like,
Are you trying to? You can make Rwandan genocide jokes.
Yeah.
Go on, make
Short
one.
sleeve, long sleeve.
Yeah, I mean, that's funny, though.
Move on.
And to be fair, it's also a movie reference. So movie references are allowed.
Yeah.
So if there was actually a film about Bosnian mass graves, maybe we should produce one. That should be the next TGS project.
I'm Johnny Carter, and this is a spade.
Dark comedy set in the late 80s.
Dig, Michael, dig! God damn you.
It's just more children. Oh dear. Oh, I've got down to UN helmets. There we go. Now we've got the real war crimes. Oh dear. Yeah, so it's a wild YouTube career you've had, Johnny. It's I've been a great fan of the channel ever since really meeting Ryan. I've not heard of it before then. Met Ryan, he was like part of this, and I've ever since I've really got into shooting, I've used it as a great reference guide as well, which I've really appreciated because I myself am an idiot when it comes to shooting, much like my co-host Marlon, who's probably more so on the idiot side of the spectrum.
I just like weird shit,
yeah,
and funny shit.
And I've enjoyed all the videos. Like I said to you the other day, the 12, just like some of your instructional stuff, like the 12-bore video, I really like shit like that. That's where the Tism reel comes out, where you just do a long format video essay breakdown basically of this is a 12-bore cartridge and these are all the variants of it and this is how it was made and there's paper and there's plastic and there's high brass and there's low brass and these are the different sides. I was honestly stopped work. I fucking turned the machine off.
Dick
I
out.
sat there and I just
Wanking.
And the government kept on paying.
Oh,
No, I really appreciate that. Those kind of videos I really still absolutely love. It's not really where TGS is at anymore, and that's kind of more the business side, but I fucking love that.
I love
shit.
informative shit. Like don't get me wrong, I love the gun review. I love the fucking around. I love the sort of Top Gear-esque sort of nature of it all, but the real like in-depth informative shit, when you're taking stuff apart and you're like, and this is how a single trigger system works, this is how a double trigger system works. I'm like, I am learning. I am being filled with knowledge. And now I can spout this off like I know what I'm fucking talking about, all thanks to Johnny Carter.
And that was always my biggest fear, that people would watch and think they actually knew their shit.
Yeah, I know. And this
Because
is it.
they
And
listen to me. Who knows?
Whenever we bring up shooting on here, I'm just like channeling my inner Johnny Carter and just reciting shit that you said. And I'm like, yeah, well, you got to understand, see. When it comes to clay loads, 28 or nothing.
That's the
Give me your
bones of the
best
channel.
impression. I need the best impression.
I can't really do a Johnny
Oh,
Carter.
you
really
just
do
got to
anything
throw
but some shit.
every now and again. You just got to throw in a
However. Mate, however died about 2 years ago.
No, he didn't.
Yeah,
You still
however
do
died.
it.
I
You still
occasionally
do
drop
it.
it, but it's totally consciously dropped. There was a whole period.
even
of
on
Is
the
it.
gun-
that your in the
Clarkson.
world?
Yeah. No,
years
no.
ago, mate. This was maybe
No.
4 years ago. However,
No.
was literally every 5 seconds.
On the
Now-
gun review, you now go, and I've seen it on other shows, on other episodes. You go on that bombshell, Clarkson. You love him,
Oh,
and I
mate,
love him.
That man
Everyone
is a god.
loves him, yeah.
I fucking love Clarkson. But with what TGS do, like cutting into what Johnny's saying,
However,
on that bombshell, I got into watching TGS before I knew Johnny. Like, it's not something that I got into after meeting him, it was before. So I was watching all of his videos and I was enjoying the content that was coming out and I was learning from it. And we had a joint American friend, Mr. Dan Hill.
Big up
Yeah,
Dan.
big up Dan.
Big up Dan Hill.
So
Big up
Dan-
Dan Hill. He's
we
a
love
big
him.
fan of the
He
show.
is one of the
He's
most
a
lovely
great guy.
men on
Yeah.
the planet. I could hang out with
Yeah.
Dan Hill forever.
He donated a lot of money to our
He's-
last fundraisers.
He donated a lot when I done a fundraiser. He's a really nice guy, really down to earth. But I was watching TGS and me and Dan sort of got into like talking to each other through watching TGS and watching the videos. So I was already invested in Johnny. I was on a small pheasant syndicate that I was helping run in.
I'm glad you don't talk about that every 5 seconds anymore. The fact you left that is really good
What's
for all
that?
of your friendships. Your syndicate.
The syndicate, yeah,
Right.
it took a lot of my time up. Yeah,
And took a lot of my fucking time up and all.
yeah. I don't remember how I took his time up.
You
But
spoke, mate. Anyone in the syndicate. So
you
Michael has
speak a
just
lot.
joined the syndicate. Everyone in the syndicate
you talk
talks
about it all the
syndicate.
time.
My
He's
syndicate.
there.
So, yeah.
My syndicate.
My syndicate.
I've got a good friend Chris who works for Whole Cartridge. All he talks about is his
Yeah,
syndicate.
to be fair,
And
when
I love
Michael
that man
Michael
like
started,
a brother.
Michael was
The syndicate.
Right, break
All
a
about
syndicate down for us.
Michael was banging
not
on
criminal.
about early in the car.
Right,
It's not a criminal syndicate. I do know a few of them, but the
Back from my Reading days.
yeah, like a pheasant syndicate, like the one that we used to run in Reading that I was involved with was. So like people want to do pheasant shooting, but it's doing pheasant shooting on the cheap. So you might have 20 guns in your syndicate. You will agree that you're all going to put a certain amount of money in the pot each year.
You want to speak into the mic?
I am
Stop-
speaking into
stop
the
looking at
mic,
Marlon all the time.
Johnny.
I know he's handsome.
But I'm talking to Marlon at the same time.
Take me out for dinner. baby.
Yeah, so you all put a certain amount of money in the pot. You all agree to put a certain amount of birds down that year. And there will be, so you won't have a gamekeeper. Most pheasant shoots, you'll have a gamekeeper on the shoot. Whereas a syndicate, you're all running it together. You don't have a set gamekeeper.
Sometimes they'll have a part timer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you have like 20 people in the syndicate. 15 of them are normally over 65. They all think they're a gamekeeper. They've never done it before in their life. But they all think they're a gamekeeper and they'll all turn up every day and they'll walk around and fuck it up. But
Just keep the bins topped up and that's about fucking it.
yeah,
really. It's
literally just
overcomplicating
people
it.
putting feed down and you'll do a shoot. So say if you have 4 drives through the day, you'll split the team of 20 into 2 teams of 10. 1 10 will shoot, the other 10 will beat.
Right.
And then you swap it around on the next shoot. And you average at what, 40, 50 birds a shoot. Pretty much.
It's a cheap way of
It's a cheap way of doing game
It's
shooting.
fantastic, man. Like,
It
that,
is
that
for,
is
like,
grass,
syndicates
I hate the
are-
word grassroots, but it's grassroots game shooting.
Yeah.
100%.
Go and have a go for
Yeah,
less
my kids
money.
have grown up in syndicates,
In hedges.
in hedges. Yeah,
Caravans,
some of
hedges.
them were made in hedges, but yeah, a lot of them. It's a good way because you can get involved in it. There's not so much pressure. Whereas if you go on a game shoot where you're spending 2.5, 5 grand a day or whatever you're spending on a big top shoot,
Yeah.
A lot less snobbery.
if you get your dog out and your dog fucks the drive up, they're going to say, "Get in your car, go home." On a syndicate, nah, you can
To
pretty
be fair,
much.
mate,
You've
if I
got a
was
bit
paying
of free
£5
reign.
grand for a day's game shooting and my dog fucked the driver, I'd be like, fuck off. I've just paid you £5,000.
Yeah,
yeah.
You can get
You
fucked.
know what I mean?
Like,
it's like it's a
but yeah.
different, it's a different
It's a
sort
different
of vibe.
vibe, yeah.
Yeah, a
It's-
completely
it's
different vibe.
All the tweed
It's
and
much
the whole
more
holes
relaxed.
in the world.
Yeah, pretty much. It's not the same sort of thing.
Camo boots in the works, right?
Those camo boots were fucking sexy.
Right,
And
they were
I-
pretty
You've not
cool.
lived those camo boots down. have
I've still
you?
got them, and I will never get rid of them because I turned up like so.
No,
like,
they
what-
provided me a full day of entertainment.
yeah.
I'd buy them
Like,
and put them on the fucking wall. Like, that's-
Getting back to how like me and Johnny met. So like me and Johnny met through Instagram, but we met through friends. So the first time that I met Johnny was I got invited down to Lane Shooting School when Dan was over from
Big up
America.
Lane shooting school.
Big up Lane Shooting School. So I went over to Lane Shooting School to meet Dan, just to say hello to Dan. Went there from work just to have a chat. And Johnny and Westy were there. Westy used to work at the shop. He now works for Basque.
Mm.
Yeah, so I went down to Lane's and I met Dan Hill down there just to have a chat with him. Then met Johnny, which is where our friendship blossomed. And that first day was the day that I first went on a TGS video. The first time I met Johnny was the first time the TGS Yieldits came out.
Oh, yeah.
Which I now
forgot
own.
that. Yeah, what a cool gun.
And we shot that gun, and then Johnny pulled me onto film, and we had a chat on film about the gun, and that was when our friendship started, and then when my sort of TGS involvement happened, and we moved on from there. But it's sort of the feeling you get when you're doing the filming and you're doing that sort of stuff with them. It's not rehearsed. It's not. You're not told to say anything that you don't want to say. It's just sort of like natural, and it just all
Nothing scripted. There's a few bullet points to hit.
a few bullet points. Even the gun review, nothing is scripted in the gun review. We have our set things that we want to talk about. We have our set things that we want to go through.
So every episode is produced, right?
Yeah.
You don't make a good episode without production.
No.
No. You
There
can't
is-
just wing it like us idiots.
Well, you
But
can,
even you produced
like,
it, we're here.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
Right, you need to have a plan.
We've winged stuff, but sometimes a lot of stuff that me and Johnny says gets cut, especially if it's about Michael.
People think we bully Michael. It is patently not the truth. He's
No, it's
just like
character building.
he's like a younger brother.
Character building. Sounds like a bee sting in the army. Yeah, we're just making him a better soldier.
We are genuinely making a better soldier. You wanted to meet Michael when he was 18.
I was useless. I was shit.
Speaking of which, how did you and Johnny meet, Michael?
So I was at college. I did 3 years of college, and I got my first gun when I turned 18.
He groomed you.
What were you doing at college?
Engineering.
Oh right. Oh
Yeah, so full-time engineering. And then I came in to buy my first gun, and then saw some of the YouTube videos, and I was like, oh, well, I wonder where these guys are. And I was like, oh, it's Southampton. At that point, it was like 35 minutes away from my parents' house. So I came down, bought my
Mansion, parents'
Yeah,
mansion,
yeah,
parents'
he left
palace,
by the-
parents' castle, parents.
Here we go.
Yeah.
I get it all fucking day long, mate. Don't
Oh,
worry. Yeah. No.
Oh, do you have to drive through 3 gates before you get out of the property?
It's
Three
such a
gates?
bore. Oh my
It's
god!
so annoying.
Can you imagine?
Jeffrey, would you open the 3rd fucking gate?
Sometimes the phone button doesn't work. I have to wind the window down, press the key code. It's such a bollock.
we were going to do that, but we couldn't get electric down to the bottom of the track.
My Aston Martin doesn't run on fumes, Jeffrey. Go open the fucking
The
gate.
government wouldn't pay for the cabling. It was fucking horse shit.
I would get out, but I've been rogered all fucking night. My bum
Honestly,
is
if I was born in Surrey, people would fucking hate me. But as it is, they think I'm a working class man. It's fantastic.
Don't worry, mate. I'll get it. I'll get it as well. All right. Yeah. So, I'll embrace it.
So yeah, bought my first gun when I turned 18.
What'd you buy?
Browning 525.
Yeah.
Still got
That's a
it.
good gun straight out of the gate,
He's
isn't
still got it. He's still shooting
Still got
with
it. Yeah, still got it today. Yeah. Don't shoot as much now, but that's another story.
He's evolved.
Evolved,
Man's got
yeah.
big time.
Evolved into a synergy.
Yes.
That's not
Go on.
evolving. That's de-evolving.
Fucking-
Well, I don't know.
Fucking beautiful
That's a
gun. I
nice
won't have a
gun.
bad word said about
Johnny,
that.
You know what they say? If you can't
there's
shoot,
a-
own a weird fucking gun.
There's a.
You beasted it the other day on YouTube. You're like,
I was going to say
fucking
there's a
shit.
recent video on the Synergy that Johnny's just released.
Hashtag members only.
Oh yeah, members only. You gotta
$2.99 a
join
month.
up to the Patreon.
He's trying to plug it. He's plugging it. Do I plug it? Do I plug it? You plug it if you want. We plug the Patreon.
Guys, as much as I appreciate my sponsors, I also appreciate those who support the channel. The channel members rock.
They are
Thank you
great.
to all of you.
And you do a lot of channel members content as well, which is, if you're going to do something like that, it's good to give them something extra, especially YouTube wise. So yeah.
And it's not just pictures of cocks like on the Doghouse Patreon.
it was
mate,
just wild.
Number
That's
one
just
reason why I
wild.
haven't joined it. I don't need that in my life.
Oh, I
Like,
don't know.
need the
Occasionally,
distractions.
there are a few nuggets of absolute, just
I only
Yeah.
found out the other day if you go into Just Porn and go on the top and click media, you don't have to go through all the messages. You can just look at all the
Straight to
videos.
what you want.
Oh no,
It was
that's
a
hellish
game
one.
changer.
oh fucking hell!
Game
I
changer.
didn't even know that.
You don't have to keep scrolling back. They're just all there.
So basically, you bought a gun off of Johnny,
Oh, for Johnny, yeah.
and then
He saw this young stuff. To be fair, let me
didn't cycle
describe
properly.
Michael when he was 18. Athletic. He was as athletic as a young man can come.
Oh, what did he use to squat at the gym?
What? 200?
Yeah, for like 400 kilos, mate. Oh.
No. You said like 220 pounds.
Yeah, but you don't
You
know.
went
No,
to-
I said 140 kilos.
Fucking yeah! I mean that is insane, right? This is a 5'6"
I know,
skinny
but
built
if
man.
like you can't deny that he done that if you
I was
weren't
there.
there to
But the
witness
thing
it.
is, mate, I wouldn't deny it because I wasn't there. And if someone tells you a story and you weren't there, you couldn't deny it was true. Isn't that right, guys?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
This is it. Why wouldn't you believe the guy who was there? You see this man here? This man, he clearly can squat that, right? Look at his legs. They are like tree trunks.
You do have a weightlifter's like build. I'll give you that. I got a marathon runner's build, but I can't run a marathon. But
Luckily for your sister, she can.
yeah. Otherwise, we'd have no money for charity. So there we go. That's something. Yeah, and that's how you met then. Obviously, just by
So I
like.
just
got
bought
to
a few guns off Johnny, and then
And how did you get roped into the madness of TGS?
I was leaving college at the time, not exactly sure what he wants to do, and then you wanted to take on an apprentice, I think,
Possibly.
possibly.
At the
And
shop?
then, yeah. So a gunsmith apprentice, and then doing some sales stuff as well, and it sort of went from there, really.
To be clear, Michael was so fucking bad in the workshop.
I was very bad.
But there was, within about a month, I was like, there is no chance these guys will make it in any fucking mechanical-based engineering gunsmithing career in his fucking life. He was so shit.
I was fucking bad.
Now, top dog.
Thank you.
Is that just through perseverance?
I think
Perseverance and beatings.
he's a fucking late. He's a late bloomer. He's just a late
Bullying.
bloomer, all right?
Yeah, it makes the
Literally,
man.
it's sheer bullying
Yeah.
from him and Westy.
If you get screamed at, guess what? You don't get it
Yeah,
wrong
exactly.
again.
If you get called a cunt, you
you're
don't
like,
do
you
the thing that
fucking
you called a cunt
useless-
again.
That wasn't me. That
stupid
was all
cunt.
someone else. I definitely
Not at all, no.
I am a soft fucking soul. All right.
You're
I do
full
not.
of
Yeah.
shit.
Oh, don't worry. I'm sure you'll get it right on the next fucking Holland, Michael. It'll be fine.
Yes,
I wouldn't
don't
have
worry.
touched
It's only somebody's gun worth thousands of pounds. No. Genuinely, Michael's come so far in the last, 6 years?
Yeah, coming up 6 years, I've been there almost.
It's sick to see, man. I fucking love you. You're so cool.
Thank you.
Have a 5. A fist bump 5. There
Right,
you go. Man love over.
I think before we get into the madness of the gun review and the rest of the episode, we better cut to a short break. Before we get into the break, a massive shout out to the Rutland Drainage Group. I messaged the Rutland Drainage Group before this episode and I said, "Gee, is there anything you want to add to the ad read?" And as usual, he said, "Haha, fucking wing it."
Did they say, can you fix my toilet?
He's got a leak in his toilet.
He does have a leaky toilet.
Oh, there is a leak in your toilet, Reg.
Before I get into the ad read,
Hold on. Are we talking drainage like household or like
Yeah,
plough
household.
fields or
Every-
mow plough?
They do everything.
Rutland
Yeah.
Drainage do everything.
They're great.
Rutland Drainage do everything.
Everything.
They're not based out of Rutland by any chance.
I guess so. Yeah.
Oh, but they nationwide.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah. Underground,
They will come and
overground.
take care of your poo.
Wombling free.
yeah,
That's more obscure than.
to be fair, yeah. Marlon made a funny joke on the last episode. Haha, your toilet's leaking. Haha, no, it's not. These boys come back in, Reg, your toilet's leaking. I was like, what? No, there's a leak in your toilet. There's a leak in your toilet. I was like, you're fucking kidding me. No. I said, you fucking funny. You think you're funny. I kicked off. No, Brian was like, no, he does that deadpan serious face where if there's a man that can hold a joke. He was like, I'm serious, Reg. You want to be fucking funny about it? Go look at your toilet. I go in there. There's a fucking leak poking out of my toilet. You But if you do have a leak in your toilet and it's not of the vegetable variety, get in touch with the sponsor of this episode, the Rutland Drainage Group. If you're looking at buying a house and it's got some sort of septic tank system and you're not sure whether it's up to code, you might want to get it inspected by the guys at Rutland Drainage. Are you selling a house and you're not sure whether it's up to code or whether you're going to be looking at another 16 grand install? Probably best to get the Rutland Drainage in because it might not be as bad as the estate agents led you to believe or the local builders tried to talk you into. It might just be a small modification that's only going to cost you a couple £100, or it could be something as simple as him just saying, no, it's absolutely fine. Here's something signed and an official ticket to say it's grand. So you haven't got
It's
to
called a
worry
poo
about
document, Reg.
the poo document. Yeah, so there you go. If
Poo document.
they've got everything from from cameras that you can put down your pipes to identify where the problem is instead of digging up your entire garden. So you guys really struggle when I do an ad read for poo, don't you? It's like you're children. You're fucking children.
we are fucking children.
You say they got cameras they can put anywhere.
They do. Yeah, it's a wild world. It's a crazy time which we live in.
So Ryan, when you have a bloody one, you know who you need to call.
The Rutland
Drainage Group.
Drainage Group. Yeah.
So yeah, if you need your septic tank replacing, they'll do you a great deal. If you're looking at doing a mass project, they do everything from sewage treatment systems all the way down to small repairs on septic tanks and whatnot. So get in touch with the Rutland Drainage Group. Massive shout out to them for sponsoring the episode. Check them out. Links in the episode description. The links in the bio. Big up the Rutland Drainage Group. Right, we're cutting over a
No
short break.
log, too small or too big.
Quick question. Can they do Ryan's caravan?
I don't know if they do.
As Gilo would say, he says cooey, doesn't he?
I don't know if
I'd
they
say
do.
that was just a
change it
bad
to
investment, mate.
Hooey.
I don't know if they
No?
do light commercial.
I can carry my toilet. I'm fine.
Right, we got to a break. We'll see you in a bit. Love
you, bye.
And we're back. But before we get into the drink of the week, a massive shout out to the sponsor of this episode, which is who, Marlon?
The AUTOMOVER.
Big up the AUTOMOVER. Listen up, ladies and gentlemen. There are so many reasons you could use the AUTOMOVER. I've listed all of them. But most importantly,
How much is the AUTOMOVER? Sorry to interrupt. I actually have a car that needs moving.
I don't-
Ryan, you've used him, right?
He's a Disco 3 expert. He's called Sam. He charges per mile. So you're best off.
Is that from his home location or just...
He's based in Newbury, but it's best off contacting him direct and he will give you a quote per mile.
We talking hundreds of thousands?
No,
No.
I got
So
a
if you
car
use
back
code
from Solihull.
ITDH.
Yeah, he
You
gave
get
me
70% off.
No, you don't.
70% off.
10% off.
70% off.
Link in
I
the
heard it here
description.
first. I'm down.
I got a car from Birmingham. He gave me a 10% discount from being involved with these knobheads. And it
Big
cost
up.
me 320 quid to get a car
Alright.
back from Birmingham.
That's not bad.
Considering he spent an hour and 45 minutes there because the suspension went lower on the trailer.
No.
Mm-hmm.
He's worth his weight in gold.
This is the kind of
actually a nice
treatment
guy.
you're not going to get with anyone else. See,
You're
If-
not going to
That's
get
it.
that with a guy with a shitty, fucked up low loader.
Or yeah, exactly. If a bloke turns up with the Arctic and guess what, the car don't start, the car don't raise up, he's just going to drive on. He ain't got
Yeah.
the fucking time of day for that. He's not interested. However, with the AUTOMOVER, you're going to get a different level of service. He's going to take the time and effort to load that thing. You've paid for a service, you're going to get that service.
Dedicated load.
It's going on that trailer. He's got a winch. He's got the straps. He's got the know-how. He's got all of the gear and all of the idea. Unlike me and Marlon, who have weirdly all the gear, but absolutely no fucking clue what we're doing. So big up to the AUTOMOVER. It doesn't matter if it's a runner, if it's a non-runner. Is it a project car that you need to move around? Have you got a race weekend coming up that you need to get a car to? Have you got a trailer that you've spent all year fucking building and welding this massive, great big space frame for, and all of a sudden the trailer that you need that your mate's got, it don't work, and a handbrake seized on, and the wheel bearings are wanked, or the trailer that you thought you were going to buy and was mint doesn't really work. Just get in touch with the AUTOMOVER. He can drop it off, pick it up, everything else. It's fantastic. He's fully equipped, insured, professional, reliable. If you, like we said every time, if you're looking at buying a car, you get a full walk around video when he arrives to pick it up. So there's
Live tracking.
live track. Like you
Not
love
the-
that every time.
Not
don't
the
you?
live tracking.
He gets in every
Oh.
time.
He's one-man band.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, one
You're
man
supporting
band.
his family.
Yeah.
We like that shit.
Yeah,
That's good.
yeah. Oh, we're
Oh, and free donuts.
we're not taking money off of big advertisers. The day we do Raid Shadow Legends is the day you guys should tune out. That's all I'll say, all right? You know, we're not sponsored by SDI on this channel. He look at him, he's smiling at me like, I'm getting that brand deal.
What's that logo say?
Sam is a good lad.
So big up the AUTOMOVER sponsor this episode. Like we said, use ITDH in the vehicle description for 10% off. Look, check them out. The links in the episode description, links in the bio at the www.theautomover.co.uk. So big up to them. Right. Where's the thing? What have we done with it? I've lost it. Right, Marlon, what we got? Who brought it to us?
We have Kraken Black Spiced Rum Roast Coffee.
I'm so excited about this.
Ooh.
Michael, thanks for bringing this,
It's
mate.
very
You are
posh.
most welcome.
It is
I-
very posh.
I'm becoming more of a rum man as the time goes on and we do this show. And the fact you said to me earlier, like, oh, it's a coffee one. I was like, oh, fucking yes.
What's the caffeine content?
I don't know, but Mule
Some.
said it gets
It
you
just
fairly
says-
fucking twisty.
Yeah, there
He
are.
was like, I was pissed, tired, and couldn't sleep. It was great. And now he's got a kid, so
I mean,
none of that
I'm the
matters.
biggest fan of the Jaeger bomb, probably in the world. Like second to Stella. Jaeger
Really?
bombs.
Oh.
I appreciate the
He's
health
proper
sides
council
of that.
scum,
It's
isn't he?
absolute
You are, you know-
misery.
Yeah.
But you know what? There ain't nothing like being uppered and downed at the same time with the old caffeine and the alcohol.
That's a Hollywood cocktail, isn't it? You know?
Bosh. I
That's what
appreciate it's
Marilyn
going to lead to
Monroe
another
died
death.
on.
It is, yeah. Take
Jaeger bombs.
Not
a
Jaeger
few Zanny
bombs,
bars
yeah.
and a line of Coke, and that's
Yeah.
night
I
night.
mean, I'm thinking of more like the budget version that won't kill you quite so quick.
You can wear as much Ed's eyewear and fancy jackets as you want, Johnny. You are scum like the rest of us.
I don't
It's
think
out,
people
it's out.
appreciate that, but I'm glad that you've noticed.
I am a fucking face. Right, Marlon, without any further ado, can you please read the marketing bullshit?
Our signature Black Spiced Caribbean Rum infused with the finest Arabica beans, bursting with exotic spices and rich aromatic roast coffee. Notes. What
I love the
fuck
pause.
What the fuck does that say? Oh, this.
Do you want me to read it for you?
No, it is like.
Is a text
Give
off.
it. I'll read it.
Here we go.
Look at that. It's wank, innit? It's
Yeah,
not just
but
me.
Michael went to
Deva-
private school.
Ah,
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I went to scum school.
With a Catholic priest.
I went to scum school.
in the font wanky though.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It is devour neat over ice or in an espresso martini?
Devour.
I bet that'd be banging in espresso martini.
Devour me.
So what I find really interesting is Arabica and Robusta beans, right? We're aware they're two different types. They're basically completely two different species. Robusta's used in instant, Arabica is used in posh house coffee and clearly crack and spiced rum. That's why instant coffee tastes like shit. Completely different bean.
Yeah.
Fascinating. Didn't realise.
I
Always just
enjoy
thought it
some
was-
coffee. Oh, yeah, I'd be going there. I was listening to this coffee talk like, yeah,
I mean, I could go a lot deeper, but isn't that fascinating? I've always wondered,
Which
like,
bean
why can't
do
they make
you-
an instant coffee that tastes good? It's because it's a completely different fucking
It's
coffee.
just shite, innit? They just
Yeah.
Do you
band
have
it all
to-
together.
Do you have to flick it first?
No, you do not flick the coffee
Different
bean.
kind
mate.
of bean.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
different kind of bean.
I got really confused.
Right, should we give this a try,
Yeah.
see what we think? We've got it over ice for...
As they say to serve it.
Cheers,
Yeah.
boys.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers, gentlemen. Salud.
There you go.
Oh, that's
Oh.
fuck me, that's good. We've tried some coffee stuff on this show before. And what percent?
Oh,
What percent
you
is
know,
that?
we tried.
40.
What?
It's 40%.
That does not. I was thought
That's
that was
down
like
to
20.
27,
What was
right?
it?
Yeah.
We tried the cold brew last time. The
Which tastes
tequila
which tastes
cold
awful.
brew.
Which
Was
cold?
it?
We had we got Jaeger cold brew. We got the Patron from the
Yes.
Automover. Actually, he sent
No,
that
we
to
got
us.
one in Tesco's last time, and it was awful.
Oh, we did, didn't we? What did we get? Yeah, not the
That
Jaeger
was the-
cold brew.
That
Might-
Jaeger,
the
that Jaeger
tins.
cold brew is awful.
Awful. God awful.
That
Have
is
you-
beautiful.
Can I make a request? Have you got any of that Patron?
Yeah, man, we can crack that out in
Michael,
a minute.
just
Yeah.
deal with the drink that you've got in your hand.
Sorry, I love that Patron.
That is
Michael's rescinding his request for a
absolutely
hotel right now.
Mm.
stunning. That is
That's so
one
good.
of the best
It's
drinks.
so fucking smooth.
Oh, the fact that you can drink that so neat.
Yeah.
You don't even cry for a mixer.
I was wondering
Most
why.
of the spirits you have,
yeah.
you're like,
Oh.
I can't wait to put Coke in that.
I was wondering why Mule
Mate.
said he got fucked up on it on a weeknight and drank half a bottle. I
Because he
get it.
has an alcohol problem.
Mate,
He has a
he is
child.
a mechanic.
yeah.
We all have alcohol problems.
Yeah. I'm with you, brother.
Alcohol solutions.
That is so smooth.
Yeah.
It's not even too sweet. It's the perfect balance.
See, I
isn't it?
disagree. I reckon
Holy
that's about 2 notches too sweet on the sweet scale. If
Would
that
you
hap-
say?
Oh, I
Yeah.
don't know.
I like it. I got a sweet tooth, so it suits me down to the ground. But that is absolutely spectacular.
That blows my fucking mind.
Holy fuck!
Drinking it neat, the fact that you can drink it
I
neat and
can't
it's that
get-
smooth.
And there's no like
That's why I can't. There's no burn.
There's no
No,
burn,
no.
there's no kick, but it's 40%.
There's my big problem. There's no rum. Just
Yeah,
tastes
but
like
how
a
can
sweet black coffee.
How can it
Yeah.
be 40% and not have no kick?
Sugar, too much sugar. When the sugar back, it's like when you have an old fashioned.
No,
right?
no,
You have
keep
the old
it
fashioned.
how it
They
is.
put
I
too much
like
sugar in,
that.
you can no longer taste the whiskey. You need to like have some of the burn to be
I
a
like
man.
it. I like an
appreciate
old-fashioned.
that you are like 21 years old, Ryan, and don't actually like.
I'm
taste of bitter and strong
No,
alcohol.
I'm not a fan of whiskey at all.
I noticed.
I fully admit that. We've tried it at your house and I have to give up. But we did go into your loft like 1 o'clock in the morning and get a bottle of sloe gin out from 1939 and drink
Mate,
that.
only you would remember 1939.
Yeah, it was a good year. I first,
Hitler came to power. It all was going well.
Yeah, national service. It was a good year for me.
I mean, history dictates Hitler came to power well before 1939.
Yeah.
The war. Sorry, that's what I meant. The war started.
The most famous German that's actually Austrian.
Mm.
Anyway,
Well, that's absolutely fucking
I love it. That's
amazing. It's a straight up 5. I could smell it, and I was like, I really hope it lives up to that smell because the aroma coming off it was fucking
yeah,
incredible.
do you know what? After the coffee one that I've tasted here before
Yeah,
and other ones, I'm with you on a 5.
that is
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
I could sit there and drink a whole bottle of that.
Yeah, that's the problem. Do they still make this?
Yes, it's available in Sainsbury's right now.
Oh,
Is that acceptable?
right? That's it. I'm going to see
for-
Nan tomorrow at Nursing Home.
Yeah.
Straight down to say knows you.
yeah. Well,
Is that
Sainsbury's is next door. So.
If you got a Nectar card, it's even cheaper.
Oh, shut up!
Is that-
He almost fell off his chair. He was that excited.
Yeah.
I'm getting all twitchy here.
Is that all right to have that at breakfast?
Get some milk into that. Have a little cold brew.
Yeah, that's what I'm
You'll be
thinking.
fine.
Like a latte.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, you're liking a bit of DJ like
You just
an
vibe
MC
into the
Neat?
music, Johnny.
We diversify.
With a little bit of luck,
this is
we
top
can
10.
make it through the night. There you go.
It's like he's here. Oh my god! I didn't even notice you were singing over the track.
I've done a bit of MCing back in the day.
Did you really?
Yeah, once
Bit
upon a
bars,
time
bit
when I
bars
was
right
a teenager,
Easy,
never
have
have
a
a
half
phone,
a
never
fats and
have a
smaller
pager.
can.
Those were the days of the old school raver. Hold tight. Anyway, your turn.
I'm gonna reload.
I'm not
Right.
sure what we just witnessed, but it weren't
Are we all
greatness.
on a
beautiful.
solid 5 on that?
I love it.
I'm on a 5.
I'm on a
That's
5.
lovely.
Johnny, what you want?
Really
3-9.
nice.
What?
3-9.
No,
We
you-
decimalise?
No.
Can't
Oh,
decimalising.
hang on.
definitely
I thought you listened to the podcast.
Yeah, it's definitely not a fucking 4, but it's a 3-9.
Well, it's a 3 or a 4. You
It's
can't
4
do
then,
no
isn't it?
points.
There's no points. There's no
We'll round
halves.
up.
No half measures
4.
there.
Ah,
4.
close.
I'm
It
on
was
a
close to
5.
a full house.
Like,
I'm
I
on a
appreciate it could be a 5. I think it's just too sweet. I think it's too easy to get pissed on. Anything too easy to get pissed on should be banned.
Dangerous.
No, it's
Dangerous.
a-
I've had enough of government overreach in the last few years, so that's enough of this. Let's ban these
Yes.
drinks.
I'm not ban it. I'm just being like, legalise drink driving.
If it's an easy drink to get drunk on, it's a date drink. Boom.
We all know Ryan's moves, clearly. It was all right back then.
It was different back
Keep
in
drinking,
the day.
That was
baby.
the
Keep
norm.
drinking.
Girls didn't expect any different.
What was your favourite episode film?
Of the gun review.
No, we're fucking friends.
Oh, I like it
The
when
one
Joey.
where Joey gets shagged by Ryan.
Yeah.
He
I
never
like
made
it when
it.
Joey put all the clothes on. It took me ages to get them off before I bummed him. What?
I mean, I do love that episode, to be fair.
It's a good
I'm
episode.
glad they cut your role. That would have fucked me up as a child.
Do you know what? The episode that I like the most actually got the less reviews or less views than all the others was the gun graffiti.
Gun Graffiti was super fun, right?
But it got the less views out of all our episodes.
But this is
But
it's
it
possibly
was-
my fault. Bad marketing. No one cares about rifles.
Yeah, but for me, actually, there's a toss-up. I think probably my favourite of all time, not a toss-up like that, you filthy animal. Michael's getting so excited. The best
Especially when you
one
do it, man.
was when we gave each other...
Oh, gets me going.
I've got such good hands and big calluses that everyone gets really excited.
Ribs for his pleasure.
One where we done the different roles where I was a
Semi-auto
pigeon shooter,
challenge. Semi-auto challenge is one of my top 2.
you were a
It
gamekeeper.
was wonderful, wonderful content.
Probably the best filming that we've done on the gun review.
Is it because we got to wet t-shirt Mike?
Oh, Michael.
Big
got
Mike's wet
hammered.
t-shirt.
Michael got
You did a
fucking
floor in that
hammered.
plan. You chucked a load of water on me, but then you put me in a £500 fully waterproof outfit.
Because
Yeah.
we're not bullies, but you did whinge like you were nude, mate. You're
Yeah.
like, it's cold.
I did not. How dare you?
My people haven't been abused like this since the 40s.
I told you he would. I told you. Yeah.
I identify as a him Jew. Yeah, it was.
I told you Johnny's fetish for telling people I'm Jewish when I'm not.
You identify as a Jew.
I told you. I knew he'd do it. I stand with Israel. I mean, what was your favourite? What was your favourite episode, Tim? Johnny? I don't know where you're going to recover from this one, boys.
Michael, you go.
Okay, I'll go. It's probably Gun Graffiti.
Oh,
'cause-
really?
Yeah,
The
just
same
because it was
as
such
me.
good fun.
Copycat.
It was brilliant. I really enjoyed it, but we spoke about it back along. Like, why does rifle content just not do
Right,
something?
because everyone wants it. Everyone asks for it. And then it gets no views.
So what's real interesting, right? Discount America because they're insane. You look at Europe, who is more similar to us as a market. You look at their channels over there, rifle content, boom. Shotgun content, meh. UK is so shotgun dominated. Just look at shotgun certificates versus rifle certificates.
Yeah.
We are not a rifle nation.
No.
We don't care about them half as much because we can't. We kill more deer than most other people. We shoot rifles more than most other people. We don't care about it half as much as a cultural nation. Our culture is bird shooting and shotguns and
Yeah.
fine guns at that. And so that is what seems to dominate the content. And we've tried rifles, we've dipped into them, we've done bits with them, never well received. And I appreciate our audience is mostly shotgun based, but you look at every UK channel, shotguns do not perform that well unless you're shooting super long range and doing something that other nations appreciate.
I think the
Dundle.
concept for that gun graffiti was
Mate, I
something that
loved
nobody's ever done in the UK at all. And like for us, like filming wise, enjoyment wise, the fun that we had doing that came across in the video.
It was a wicked video.
But
It was
like
just fun.
people didn't sort of pick
Relate.
up on it
People didn't relate.
as
mate.
yeah,
That's the
didn't
problem.
relate to it.
Yeah.
But like some of the other episodes that have done really, really well, like the Gamekeeper one went down amazing. Like you being a gamekeeper, me being pigeon shooter, Michael being a duck shooter.
I must have watched that personally 5 times. It is the
it's
most.
so
It's
good.
my most watched video.
So
gun
much
review.
fun. Like,
Watching both
because
of you suffer and me suffer. It's wonderfully filmed.
The
It's just
people
fun.
as the
Watching
viewers
both
don't.
you suffer was fantastic.
Well, the people like viewing it don't realise like a lot of the stuff that we're going through all the time. Like me and Johnny are really good friends. Me and Michael are really good good friends.
But me and Michael aren't really good friends. Is that what you're implying?
No, we're good friends, but I won't let Michael touch me. So like, there's like a little.
But Johnny will, so that's
Mate,
all.
you're a bit fucking old for him, to be blunt. Like, you can think about it, and you might try and look 30, but you are like 55.
I don't try and look anything. I just look young. Don't get jealous. But
Do you?
we shush. We.
What's the age gap between you two? Is it 10 years?
I'm 43.
Yeah, 10 years, mate.
Yeah, 10 years.
I suppose there's almost 10 years between all of us.
Yeah, it's really awkward because
Well,
like
there's 20 years between two of you.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's really awkward
could-
because there's a
he
You
few
could be your
times.
dad, yeah.
There's a few times Johnny woke up late at night and he saw me leaving the house, and it's just like we like have this awkward friendship, but we've got over it.
Yeah,
like,
Sore memories.
me and his mum are.
Give it
we're-
time.
we're
Ryan
done
will
now.
show you how many times 40 goes into 20, Michael.
Giggity, fucking giggity.
It was there for the taking. I had to do it.
Yeah, same as Michael's mum.
Can't take your mum, can we?
Mate, just
Dead Mum Club. Dead Mum Club.
hold your nose.
Yeah.
Fucking gorgeous.
That was good.
That was blinding. That
I'm
was
going to
good.
kill him in a lay-by on the way home.
Typical Reading.
yeah.
Oh, bro, that was good.
All of them have all of our episodes have different levels of fun and interest. The gun graffiti for us was like a point where we thought we were making art.
It was kind of discovery,
It was
right? No
like-
one had done
yeah,
this before.
nobody
We've done
had
a
done
lot
it
of things that
before.
are just like, not recycling old content, but they're ideas that are clearly going to perform well.
Yeah.
This was a real groundbreaking thing.
Complete difference that nobody's ever done before. Your concept that you came up with.
No, I must attribute this to someone else, unfortunately. But yeah, my
Well,
concept I
you
came
take
up
it,
with.
You
yeah.
take it. You take it. But nobody in the UK had done it before. So in our eyes, not only were we having fun and we were creating what we called art.
It was
which-
definitely art, mate. I've got mine at home. I look at it.
Well,
I'm
I've got mine
like,
at
"That's
home.
cool
I
shit."
fucking love
as well.
it, right? But it just went on a spiral that wasn't what we thought it would be.
I think,
And, like,
again, it's just, there wasn't a hook. The market doesn't want it. It was always
Yeah.
doomed to fail. Rifle content is always doomed to perform averagely. We've made some amazing rifle videos. And I'd say, like, from our perspective, 40 to 50K is an exceptional viewing on a
Yeah.
rifle video for our channel.
That one you did in Wetherby, for Wetherby in Scotland. Oh, that's such a brilliantly filmed
Yeah,
video.
what's that set at, like 40K?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like 40,
But it's a
45.
sick video.
It's
Story
such
of
a
going
good
stag hunting
story.
in
It's,
Scotland.
it's awesome. It's such
Yeah.
a good story. It's
But-
amazing.
just not what the market wants en
Yeah.
masse. Right?
the market is predominantly shotguns in the UK,
It's the most easily obtainable.
which is why I think the semi-auto challenge worked so well in season 1.
Yeah.
Where we had, like, Johnny came up with the idea that you've all got to have a different job. So we picked the cards out, and it was like, one of you would be a gamekeeper, one of you would be a pigeon shooter, one of you would be a wildfowler.
Ryan's the plumber coming to fix your pipes.
Yeah. We didn't know what we were going to get when we picked them. It all sort of worked out. And the way that filmed was exceptional. Not only did we get to cover Michael in a shitload of water and, like, destroy him, we also, with Johnny having a defective lung from years of syphilis, we managed to film that where we, like, put him through his...
You've just revealed
Yeah.
what your mum died from.
I know. It was awful. It was awful that Mum passed from that. But what I like is that her legacy is that she passed it on to Johnny. Anyway, regardless of my dead mother, I've got a joke actually.
Mate, I just want to make a serious comment that your dead mum made a real impact to my life, and I thank her for that. Like, me and my mum went that close before then, and I really, like, maybe turn a corner and be like, fuck, I love my mum.
Yeah, and I
I'm
felt that
so
I couldn't
glad.
leave your mum. Yeah.
I'm glad you love my mum too. Just so you know, she's going to be listening
Inside
to
and
this
out.
because my
Yeah.
mum supports what I do.
Yeah.
So say some fucking nice stuff about her. You've met her. She knows who you are.
Oh,
Don't
I love
fucking
your mum.
disrespect
I love
my
your
mum.
mum. I absolutely
You want to go for
love
real,
your
mate?
mum.
Not like the silly
What's
British show girl.
the here we go. What's the difference between 3 dicks and a joke?
We've been through this.
You've already done this.
What is the difference between 3 dicks and a joke? You can't make one?
No, your mum can't take a joke. Anyway,
What's the difference between marmalade and jam?
Mum.
Can't marmalade a dick up your
can't.
mum's ass.
Okay, my mum's dead.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
Fucking
know.
go on about it.
We know.
He does,
She
he does
would've,
go on about it, doesn't
Hold
he?
on. No, genuinely, mate. This is like a heartfelt thing, because I know I told you this. It really like was good. Thanks for your mum for dying.
Yeah. Oh, what for Barbary, when I was massively overweight and you were like, do you know what you need? I know you're grieving for your dead mum and you can't handle life.
Bants.
Come and film.
Yeah.
And then I'll tell you that you're fat. Yeah. Yeah, that was great. That's really good.
Mate, do you remember when I was at my lowest? And
Yes.
you didn't rinse the fuck out of me? That shit helps. That makes it real.
Yeah,
That's
we've
good
got
shit.
we've got a
like,
good bond.
100%.
Yeah.
I feel like when you're in the worst possible state, the worst thing that you can have is your friends who constantly rip the fuck out of you being
nice to you.
We don't
Yeah.
want
Yeah,
that.
no, I don't want nice. I can't-
That's
yeah,
going to
yeah,
push
yeah,
you closer.
I can't-
I
yeah.
appreciate cowboys don't cry, but cowboys do fucking cry.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
sometimes
We thrive on
it's nice.
consistency. as
It's
men.
nice to not fucking
Yes.
cry.
Yeah.
Me and Johnny we've got a very similar
I fucking love Ryan.
life. We've had a lot of things that we've gone through together, and the main thing that's kept us together is piss taking. And then, unfortunately for Michael, some of that's like filtered through to him in episodes where we've hammered Michael rather than each other.
It's the edit. It's just the
Yeah,
edit.
yeah.
But the problem is we are savage to each other, and that is not error.
Oh, completely.
To Michael,
yeah.
we're relatively kind. That best be public knowledge.
Yeah, yeah. yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Or else.
For me, let's move this on. Chili Clays. Fucking Chili Clays.
I
Chili
fucking
Clays is
love
the
that
top
video.
fucking
Yeah,
We were
episode we've
literally
ever
watching
made.
it earlier before you came. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
shit is up there. Like, that was so dumb and fun. And
Yeah.
it didn't do like the best in terms of performance if we're looking at statistics. But out of all the episodes we've ever made,
Yeah.
that is the most referenced. 100%. Because people were like, I don't get it. But I enjoyed it.
I
Because-
tell you which one I really enjoyed, which was the most inappropriate clay gun.
Yes.
I
Yes.
fucking love that.
Oh,
Mainly because
mate,
Ryan
yes.
bought the gun that I was trying to buy in Holtz, but we move on. You know, we're all friends here.
He's
But
waiting for you, Ryan.
Oh, sorry.
Better
Dave.
fist bump him.
yeah, I really, really enjoyed that episode. The non-ejector,
was-
the pump action that didn't work, and you
Don't
with the
talk-
single
don't-
shot bolt
don't.
action. Don't even talk about
Don't
the
talk
BP.
about
Oh, the
that.
BPS.
Michael who
the
bought
Browning BPS.
£1,000 worth of BPS that didn't work.
That
Yeah.
guy.
Oh, it's funny, mate. In the there was a recent comment on the Ithaca 37 video saying, like, Browning BPS is the best shotgun ever made. And all I wanted to do was post a link at the comment.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
watch this shit, you moron. Second best, and probably actually my genuine favourite to produce, Episode 6, Series 2, British Shooting Show, the last British Shooting Show.
Yes.
That was as good as a British Shooting Show video we've ever made.
Yeah.
Super fun, genuinely enjoyable. The challenge was sick. The people we met were sick. Everybody.
Even the views
you know,
was
like, just
up. That was probably the best views we've had on one video.
I don't know. Episode 1, Season 6 was way better. So we're not going to bitch about it. But
Oh,
where
okay.
more and more people are covering the British, which is
Yeah, yeah,
fantastic for the
yeah.
British Shooting Show. What it meant was the fact that we've historically, for like the past 6 years, have always released our British Shooting Show video on the Sunday of the British Shooting Show as soon as it closes.
Which makes it so fucking hard to
And
film.
everybody has now kind of gotten on that bandwagon. So we got releases on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday,
Yeah.
Thursday, Friday, which did like reduce the views. It's still 110,000, which is pretty sick as it goes.
Yeah,
I
compared
love
to
the-
like before we had 180 on
Just
the
the-
first one.
The quality of that episode, I loved it. I just
Yeah.
loved how that
Yeah,
came
yeah.
together. I loved working with you guys. I got to meet you. Like,
Yeah.
the whole experience of the British Shooting Show this year was amazing. Can't wait for the next one.
It was
Yeah.
great. It was a great show. It was a great show. I really enjoyed it. First one I've ever been to, I will confess, but definitely something I'm going to do every year. I think I tried to go for like 3 years on the trot. I was always going to Florida when it was on.
You should go.
Oh dear. Oh bugger me. Hard life, you.
Fucking sarcasm.
Maybe a doghouse stand at the next show.
Everyone keeps asking us to do a doghouse stand at everything we do, and we can't be that professional for that long.
No, we don't
it doesn't have to be.
Should we just put up like a 3x3 gazebo
Yeah, just get it by 3x3.
no,
with
wait,
some
and then just
stickers on the front
merch.
and not man it?
3x3 gazebo, me and you behind a table just getting slowly pissed all day.
I'd
We don't
spon-
sell anything. We
I'd
don't
sponsor
do
that.
anything
Yeah.
other than just people come up and we just give
We'll-
them shit.
So what's interesting, before we started working with the British, it's something that I actually looked at. I was like, let's have a TGS stand with just beers and just sit and chat to people who watch the channel all day long.
but
having
people will
beers.
never leave.
I don't mind that. I can talk for years. But what is
Well,
interesting
come
is
on.
that we don't do that. But you can. Please take up the mantle. Create the enjoyable stand.
Well, I tell you what, you get us a deal on a stand. We'll have a talk at what price per square foot we're looking at.
We'll do.
So
a
there is no
podcast
deals
with
on
you
stands because
on
it's
the
a
show.
professional outfit. You don't discount professionalism. But
We are not.
I'll sponsor it.
We're spastics.
Providing
we
you
could do a
change your
podcast
name
on
to
the day.
TGS in Doghouse.
Absolutely not.
Next time we'll be Johnny. We'll be Johnny. Okay, if you don't mind, we're just going to set our little gazebo up here in the corner. Any queries, point them towards Johnny.
Yeah.
All right.
Just in the middle of one of the aisles.
In
Don't
the
mind
car
us.
park. Yeah.
Ask Johnny.
Right, we're going to move on to the quick fire round now.
Thank you.
So you can just shout it out as I ask. It could be a Marlon ask the questions. Who's the biggest gun hoarder?
Michael.
Johnny,
Oh, right.
100% Johnny.
I sold my collection last year, mate. It's Michael.
Oh yeah, okay. Before that, it was you.
How
Yeah,
many?
Michael.
If you're willing to, a rough estimate. Look at that face.
Well, there's
He's squinting.
Michael's collection. There's 37 greeners.
No, I know. I got rid of some.
Oh, so there's
I think
35 greeners.
Now it's about 20.
Jesus.
Those are fucking amateur numbers, Michael. I've got more than 20 and I fucking sold most of them.
The problem is I'm trying to buy a really expensive gun, so I need to sell something to get them.
Liquidating
Not-
Yeah.
stock.
Not all of us are sponsored by Beretta, are we, Johnny?
Oh, shots fired.
Worked fucking hard for it, mate.
You did. I always say
I'm proud
100%
of that
respect to
shit.
you. You have worked very hard for it. So
Right, next one. Marlon.
Who has the most unfinished projects?
Me.
Are you one of these?
One of them's in my cabinet. It's my gun. He
If
said
you
he was going to
include the
finish
guns
it
that these
3
guys
years
owned
ago.
under my projects, yeah, me.
Yeah, so what we'll do, Ryan, is we'll do this, we'll do that, and I'll finish it for you soon.
And then I'll
That was-
retire from the gun shop and
Yeah,
work
yeah.
full time with TGS straight after.
That was 3 years ago. It's like, Johnny, you ever going to finish my gun? Oh, it's your problem now, dickhead. Thanks, Johnny.
Is this guns that you see it in an auction or on a shelf somewhere cheap, and you're like,
I
oh,
could-
these
I
bit
could
of
sort
work.
of stock
I've got the
Barbary-
know-how and
Yeah.
the time to do that.
No, I know. I'm aware I ain't got the time. I got the know-how, and I don't care that it doesn't work. If it fires one shot and it's got 2 barrels, I'd say that was a winning gun. I'm happy to go and own that shit. Like, who cares? Like, I've got working ones. It's just about the ownership with a lot of these things,
Yeah.
right? It's a bit like a lot of people own like the old series Land Rovers. They don't care they don't work. They've got them. Aston Martin sat on the drive, but they just enjoy the fact they have some kind of piece of shit in the cabinet. They've always wanted to scratch that itch. They scratch it, even if it doesn't work, and it saves them loads of money by never fixing it.
Fair enough. That was an
I get that.
incredibly
I get it.
forethought answer. Right, next one is Marlon. My phone won't unlock, so you can take this one.
Who buys the worst guns?
Michael.
me.
Michael.
Oh, no, hold on. Escape Suburbia over here. Came on a shoot day with me 2 years
Oh,
ago.
yeah.
Baby
He brought
Breton.
two
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
guns. Bought a 28 bore and a 20 bore to this small bore day, neither of which one.
Sounds like you, Ray.
Ended up shooting
Yeah.
a 12 bore all day because it was the only thing anyone had as a
Oh,
loaner.
yeah, I nicked a 20 bore Beretta off of Luke.
Because the
He
Brett
used to
always
work
works.
at the gun shop. Yeah, Beretta always works.
And both
Yeah,
those guns are sat in my
baby-
scrap bin at the moment.
Yeah. Baby Breton that I've got, the 20 bore from Holtz.
Yep.
That didn't eject and all the cartridges got stuck.
In the scrap bin.
And then I had a
28 bore Lincoln? Or
no, it's a
Fiat?
Rizzini 20 bore.
E-Rizzini.
Rizzini 20 bore side plate.
Nice gun.
Nice gun. That jammed.
Didn't work.
No, it didn't work. But yeah, I had to borrow a gun to finish the day.
Start the day from what I remember, mate.
Yes, yeah, it's a bad day. Yeah. Don't let me on Holtz. Luckily, they banned me because I forgot to pay for a gun, and I can't buy any more
That's
guns
entirely
for them.
my fault. I do.
That's all right. I've been red listed, blacklisted,
I'm
red
not-
listed,
you should- as I've
blacklisted.
said in the past, you should say thank you for the amount of money I've saved you.
Yeah, you saved me a lot of shit because I've got a 17 Hornet.
Mate, you've got Prada Willie for guns.
Yes, I have. Yeah, I'm
Did you
baby-
ever? Right. This 17
I'm
Hornet.
Harvey
Did we ever
Price.
get to the bottom
This,
of
right,
this?
this 17 Hornet, right?
Oh, yeah, he bought a 17 Hornet from Holtz and shoots a 4-foot group.
Yeah, this is the man who was like, "You don't need a 17 HMR reg. It's a dangerous round. It'll blow up. What do you need? What do you want? A 17 Hornet. I've got one. It doesn't work, but that's not the point."
This is a gun that is near, I'd say, 90%, 95% condition. And he goes, "Oh, that's great. I'll buy that." Didn't think to say, like, why is it in 90% condition?
Yeah, because the
Because a gun
barrel's
shop,
fucked.
yeah, because the gun shop probably got it returned because it's fucked, and went, I can't be asked. I'll put it in holds.
Yeah, no, I got it. That's mine.
It's
Yeah.
almost like someone who'd buy a Escort Extreme that's
after
like in unused condition. Oh, I got it
Yeah,
really
yeah.
cheap.
It's almost like someone to buy a UGB that had 100 rounds for it.
Yeah. Hi, Mule.
Just keep your eyes peeled, boys.
The Hornet's going.
It's a project that we're.
You can't rebarrel it
out.
then.
I can for $1,000, but I can buy another Hornet for about 600 quid. So why would I rebarrel it for $1,000?
Move on, buy a man's caliber. Come on.
It's a good foxing ram.
Yeah, but
Those
so
are
is
250, so is a
so is a
223.
243.
So there's
Yeah.
a manner of things.
I
that
like
suit
so is
better.
a 243.
You own
Yes,
you
but
own a
none of
243.
you have got 600 rounds of fucking 17 Hornet in your fucking cabinet.
You haven't paid for them yet.
No,
They're
that's
still
not
on
the point.
in my ammo cabinet.
That's not the point. 300 rounds I haven't paid for. Yes, Michael, you're right. But Michaela can go fuck herself.
You won't listen
I
to
will
this.
pay
that
for
was a
them
bit harsh.
eventually. No, she can't go fuck herself.
I
Michael,
mean,
help.
to be fair, women can fuck themselves a lot easier than a man can.
yeah, well, they do it better. Like,
Have you ever owned a
apparently.
flashlight, Ryan?
Huh?
You ever owned a flashlight?
Yeah, once, and then I couldn't work out how to clean it, so I threw it away.
I was going to say put it in the dishwasher, but you live in a caravan.
Yeah, there's no, jet wash.
Oh,
It's not the same. Anyway, moving on. Next question.
Y'all should see Reg and Marlon's faces right now. They're all regretting inviting us on this podcast.
It's been a wild ride, boys. Who was most knowledgeable?
Johnny,
Johnny,
100%.
absolutely.
Mug face.
Have you got that TISM level of like knowledge on everything?
Yeah. Annoyingly.
Is there anything it doesn't stretch to? Is there any like you got any patches in your repertoire?
General knowledge.
Hundreds and thousands of holes. There are millions and millions of experts in their field out there. I am more of a generalist dibbo.
Who's the best shot with a shotgun?
Johnny,
Me.
if I got Ryan, Johnny is.
It is Johnny. 3 years ago. Like, debatable. Never Michael.
No, because I know I'm distinctly average.
Michael has his day where he can hit targets. Not all of them, but he can hit them.
Yeah, with a rifle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at 30 yards.
Yeah.
Very
Johnny
expensive
is
rifle.
a very good shot with the shotgun now. But you have to remember that not only,
It's his fucking job.
yes, not only do we do the gun review, but he is out with a lot of people. He's out doing a lot of shooting.
With the best in the UK.
Yeah.
He's had one of the best instructors in the whole of the UK.
He's a very good shot. Like, you can't take it away from somebody. It doesn't matter what tuition you got. That doesn't make you good. Johnny is a good shot. Michael's fucking awful. And I'm in
Michael
the
is
middle.
messy, mate. Watching Michael shoot is almost painful.
Yeah.
You haven't shot with us, yeah.
No, yeah, you should watch me.
I bet it's similar. Like, it
I do
looks
all
like you
right.
shouldn't hit a damn thing.
I'm messy, but I do all right.
You got a lot better, mate. You
Yeah.
have got a lot better.
Yeah.
Smooth.
Who's the best shot with a rifle?
Me.
Ooh, undisputed, actually. It is you.
Yeah.
Michael is heartbroken. over
Michael
there.
is amazing with a 2.2 LR if he gets the sight in with 1,600 rounds. And he
Hold on,
gets...
this actually takes some context building.
Because-
So when
because
we're
it's
filming a gun
true.
review, you know what half the time is when we do a rifle episode? Why we don't do more of them? Because Michael, every time he gets a rifle, you and I, done with 5 shots, that's close enough for you.
Yeah.
Michael sit there until it's Chris Kyle perfect and then still come a fucking second.
I need to check my rifle because it's been out the bag since the last time, so I need to fire fucking 500
Do you remember
rounds
that when we brought the 2.2s and he brought his own gun and he took longer to zero and check it than we did?
with guns we never fired before. We were like, yeah, we're done. Michael's like, I just need to fire another fucking 80 rounds from this. No, it's still slightly off. I need to test it again. And yeah, 3 hours later, okay, I'm ready now.
By which you and I have had a nap and
Yeah.
If I get a 2-inch group at 20 yards, I'm like, yeah, it's good enough. Accuracy by volume, them rats are having it.
they'll
Yeah.
fucking do.
Yeah. I got a few sort of general questions I want to know more so your opinions on. What's the most overrated gun on the market at the moment? Oh, yeah. Try to get some
Johnny's gonna go
controversial views at you now, guys.
Johnny?
No, you guys first, please.
Yield it.
Yield it. It just as a gun manufacturer as a whole,
They're
or is there a specific?
Turkish?
yes, they're
Not
Turkish.
that, yeah, they're Turkish. Not that it's
I think we
overrated.
found Ryan's issue.
Huh?
Fucking foreign.
Basically, right? They're
Bradley Brown.
not made in England, right? No. My thing, Yieldits are a really good gun, like Turkish made, but I think they're overrated because of their price, because they're cheap. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I see. Everyone says it's cheap.
Everyone says it's a really good gun because it's cheap. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's a good gun.
I think we could say that for most new Turkish guns. They seem to have, like, over the last 12
I'm
years
probably
have become
picking on,
accepted
like,
as the
Toff,
best first gun.
Yieldits,
When in reality, you're better off buying a 30-year-old Bretta or a Browning because at least
we
it's,
proved that
yeah,
on our £1,000 challenge.
Yeah,
in
right.
Series 1.
I appreciate that buyers want confidence and buyers want warranty and buyers want that
Yes.
new gun
That's
experience,
the
which
new
counts for a
generation.
fucking lot, right? There's
It
no
does
doubt in
count
saying
for a
that
lot.
buying a new gun makes you feel good because it's
But
like
if
you
you-
get the same experience as buying an expensive one.
Yes.
But my cabinet is filled with 30-year-old, 40-year-old wank that was once owned by world champions because
Yeah.
it was great. It's no longer wank. Well, it might be. But it why not,
If
right?
you can buy a new car and you can afford a brand new Vauxhall Corsa, or you can afford a 30-year-old Aston Martin.
I'd buy the brand new Vauxhall Corsa. It's a shit analogy.
No, I fucking wouldn't. It's
No,
not a shit
straight
analogy.
up. I'd buy the.
No,
I'd
buy
same
the
as you.
Aston
I want
Martin.
a 2008 DB9. Like that's
Yeah,
all I
that's
want
how
in
I know
life.
both of you have too much fucking money. You know how much it is to repair one of those fuckers? In fact, we'd have a professional mechanic at the
Yeah,
table.
yeah.
No, they're not that much because they're pretty much like Ford. They're just Mondeo parts.
They're made out of shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's only the engine, the gearbox. Got
They
to worry
rust
about.
a
Well,
lot.
like when we done the £1,000 challenge and I had the old Maruku
3800.
Yeah, good
3800
gun.
against a brand new Yieldits with a warranty. You and me both agreed that we'd buy the Maruku.
Over the Yieldits, yeah, but the Browning won.
Browning.
Remember you
Tends to
bowing in
win.
front of me?
You're Browning, you're Browning. It won on the
Bowing,
shooting
bowing.
challenge. Yeah.
Bowing.
What did I say?
Bowing in front of me. You remember that?
I do remember that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good.
I also
So-
remember your gun falling off of the golf trolley and breaking in two.
Oh, fuck that. That was a bad day. I bought with my own fucking money a gun for this £1,000 challenge. We drive off in this golf buggy. I didn't see on the sign saying the straps might not work on this big banner above the golf cart. So just got in the golf cart, strapped it in as you normally would, drove 100 yards down the road, crash.
Oh.
Yeah. Hey,
It's
super glue
fuck-
back together now. Wouldn't even tell.
It was hilarious.
You cracked the stock on it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Proper crack
Luckily, I
as
know
well.
a guy.
oh.
Myself.
Don't get out with a plastic gun. Anyway,
Dun, dun,
Quick one. Best and worst gun you've ever used.
Michael,
Best gun I've ever used, ever shot is
not one of yours.
No, not one of mine. It's a friend of mine. He's got a DC-11, Beretta DC-11 Black TSK.
what is the hype around the DT11? And that's not me taking the piss. I don't understand it. I do shoot in it amateurly like an idiot. I don't understand. There's massive hype around the DT11. What is so good
Give
about
me a
it?
time allowance on
Yeah, you got time. We're here all day, boo.
this. No, I'm
Go,
thinking
Johnny.
short is better than long.
All right, I'll give you 60 seconds. Pitch me the DT11.
No gun has won more medals than the DT series of Beretta shotguns.
Yeah.
Firstly, ergo, that gives it some credence, right? It's got to be a good gun. Secondly, completely rebuildable in every single way, but doesn't need it half as often as any other gun on the market because of the lockup surfaces and the way it locks together. That's good if you're going to use it a shitload. You probably aren't, so that's not a big deal to you. It has a huge amount of midweight, meaning it handles very sympathetically. It has a detachable trigger, meaning you can carry a spare trigger mech, meaning you can keep it running in the middle of a competition. Usually quite handy if something breaks down, being able to click it back together very quickly. That's why detachable triggers are good. It has one of the best barrel sets on the market. Very, they've chucked like millions of euros into developing those barrels to give the best patterns possible, and they really do. I didn't believe it until we went out there and made a film on it. Worth watching. Those barrels are sick. You're looking at actual patterns, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? I mean, many people, but downrange energy is increased by a genuinely important percent that I can't disclose. More death. More death counts for a lot. We want more death. When you pull the trigger on a shotgun with the same cartridge, more death is better than less death, right? If you can maximize and optimize your ammunition putting in there, why the hell wouldn't you? After that, it's a cool looking fucking gun. Why wouldn't you want it?
Well,
Thank you, Johnny.
I suck on them, me chavvy.
he sold me. I mean, if I could afford
Yeah.
one,
Second hand, you can pick them up for $5,000 now. That's actually not a terrible amount of money
No.
to a man like yourself. I mean, you wouldn't even notice it. You'd probably be like, five watts? I only work in mill, bitch.
Most expensive gun I got in my cabinet is a Synergy. So that'll tell you enough about my shooting. Yeah.
To be fair, mate, with the Land Rovers, I can imagine
A man has to have one expensive hobby and one hobby that he just kind of makes work.
Got a wife, innit?
All right. What about you, Johnny? What's your best and actually, no, Michael. What's the worst gun you've shot?
Worst gun is one I own. Well, it's tied between two I own, actually. The semi-auto Viking SOS tactical pump carry handle 80s.
The one that you tried to sell me.
Yeah, you should buy it. It's great.
You know, it doesn't cycle these or those.
No, it only cycles the hottest clay rounds in existence.
What are they?
Their Game Ball Black Gold Dark Storm.
They don't even take Sovies.
No, it won't take. I haven't tried it with Sovies. It won't take Pro Fibers, and it won't take it was jams.
Recoil.
That's the one we were
It
shooting
needs
from
heavy
the hip.
too. That's the pump
Yeah, I
action.
remember that.
Yeah.
What
Or
gram are they?
they're 28 gram, but they're loaded super hot, so they're like 1600 feet
they're-
per second. They're like juicy.
Spicy.
They're spicier. Or it's tied with the BPS because I sunk a load of money into it.
And still,
And I was like, yeah, it's really, really cool, and I wanted to buy it. And I actually went halves with another guy that I know who works at the shop with us occasionally part time. And I was just like, no,
and it
still
still
doesn't.
won't.
It just didn't work, and it really annoyingly it works for him, but it just doesn't work for me. No
Oh,
matter
that's
what,
it's
no
that,
matter
Yeah,
what-
but that man's got
Mr.
class and genteel hands, mate.
He does,
You're
he
a
like- he like-
savage.
Yeah, he
Right,
hasn't
yeah.
got a limp wrist.
Thanks, Ryan. It doesn't matter if I feed it, 6 short cartridges, 65s, 3-inch cartridges, paper case, plastic,
just-
rolled crimps, nothing. It
Just will
fiber,
not have
plastic, heavy loads. Like it just doesn't like it
It's like
On a
your
pump.
fucking
on a pump.
weird.
I'm gonna say they just
It,
work.
like, it-
They just
Problem is,
work.
it's not one thing that you can say that it's like it's not extracting.
Yeah.
Or not ejecting.
It does it all.
It doesn't extract, but then it also double feeds as well.
Yeah.
Oh, so your interrupter's
Yeah,
not kicking.
it was just- and I just like I'm not going to sell it because no one's going to pay what I paid for it.
You need to get it to work,
So
basically.
I just kind of forget it's there.
the privilege of just being able to forget it's there. I don't have enough storage to be able to do that.
Yeah.
I'm very aware of every single one and how
Get
much.
yourself a low-paid job at a gun shop, mate.
It's great.
You can have
get
as many
free-
guns as you like.
I
You,
just-
you can buy as many stuff as you want and you get free storage.
I'm going to go into an RFD with Ryan soon. What
We could
about
just
you?
buy a
What
shot.
about you, Johnny? Best and worst gun you've shot?
Worst gun easily, Bakel side by side. Made a video about 5 years ago. This thing was so
Is that a
bad.
Turkish gun as well?
Russian.
That's what I meant.
It's made out of pipe and end caps.
So when you make a barrel, yeah, basically tanks, old tanks. Basically. So the rumor says.
Same as the CZ,
I'd,
isn't it?
I'd rather it was made of old tanks. It would be better. When you make a set of barrels, a double barrel shotgun over and under or side by side, you need to regulate them together, right? They need to regulate to the point that you're looking at, and they need to hit the same kind of general vicinity. People get real anal about this, meaning they need to be completely overlaid, but honestly, it doesn't matter that much. These things were 18 inches apart at 30 yards.
That's the Russians.
And so a
Holy
mate of
shit.
mine took this out of the scrap bin when we were working together. He's like, I'm going to turn this into a competition side by side to take the piss. And he took it out 2 or 3 times, spent a bit of like time getting it fitting him, and he just couldn't shoot it. He says, you want to come out? And I went and shot it with him. I couldn't shoot it for shit. I couldn't hit anything. Like you'd hit something and miss something, and then you'd have to aim at a certain point to be able to hit it. I'm like, this is fuck. Let's put it on a pattern plate. So we put it on a pattern plate. And yeah, it was unshootable. Completely unshootable.
18 inches.
Yeah, I neither was looking where you were looking. One was top left, one was bottom right, by enough that you would miss a target. Ridiculously.
To be fair with Reg's eyes, I think that sounds
It
like the
might match
perfect gun for
Perfect.
him.
Do you want to buy a gun?
Yeah,
Very
if I just
expensive.
I close one eye, open one eye, it'd probably, yeah, if I change eyes to barrels, I'd probably be there.
Best gun, that's a real tough one. We've shot some.
You've
Really
shot some
fucking
fucking
amazing
amazing
guns.
guns, yeah.
Ryan first. I need to think about that. Because inherently, like, there's probably like a top 5, but they're in a top 1. Can't be a top 1 after you.
The worst gun is a gun that one of your good friends now owns. Would be the scope shotgun. Would be the worst gun I've ever shot in my life. Not only do I have a scar on my nose from it, but the guy that runs Purbeck Shooting School also has exactly the same scar that I have after we warned him numerous times. I would say that's the worst gun I've ever shot.
No, but the joy it bring you can't count as the worst.
And it raised money for charity.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, did
I
a good
did,
thing.
yeah,
Take
yeah.
it back. Take it back.
Yeah,
take it back.
well done, Gabby, actually, while we're on it. The best gun that I've ever shot. Do you know what? It's not going to be on class. It's not going to be on style. It's not going to be on expense. The best gun I ever shot was my old 303 Long Branch that I got. I got a 303 Long Branch, number 4.
Was that issued to
Lee
you when you
Enfield.
signed up, or?
Just after. No, the reason I got it was made on the year of birth of my dad. And it just had sentimental value. And every time I shot it, I loved it. That was it. No weird story. No sexual reference to my
Just
dad or
nice-
touching. It was just
Nice,
a
man,
nice
that's
gun.
really nice.
Yeah, just a
Like
nice
that.
thing to shoot.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
Question for sort of all of you guys, really, and something I'm interested in personally. I'm sure a lot of people listening would be. I want to know, in your guys' opinion, where is the point of diminishing returns on the price to performance of a gun? Where should you be if you're, where this is what I mean. Where do you get that crossover? Where it really, or the crossover or the peak, where beyond this point, the money that you're spending is of diminishing returns
There's
to.
two, I reckon.
There's-
Yeah.
There's two
Go on then.
significant points. £1,000 and £6,000.
Yeah? That's what you think it is.
Yeah, £1,000 you can buy a 25-year-old competition gun that will win you a world championship if you got the talent. £6,000 you can buy a modern competition gun that will win you a world championship if you got the talent. Second hand, of course.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
And anything under that and over that, it's just.
I mean, there's plenty in between, to get me wrong, but those are the two significant points in my head. £1,000 you're buying 682 X-Traps.
680,
Nice
fairly
525.
modest silver
Yeah,
vision.
old GTIs, like guns that used to win back in the early 90s world championships. Genuinely brilliant sporting gun.
Where do you guys see the future of the sport? I got like a few points on this. Like legislation, we got like obviously the lead ban coming. Firearms seem to be getting. Firearms, there's some parts of the legislation that seem to be laxing up a bit, but then there's other constabularies that are tightening up on it. You've got we've got politicians coming out now with a lot of anti-gun stances after what happened in Plymouth. I was watching something the other day about a politician that was saying, I won't rest until firearms are out the hands of every person in civil society.
It's a hard one.
I know it's a question that's got a lot of legs.
You and me have had discussions before about my stances on things because I started off in pistol shooting and Dunblane ruined it.
Yeah.
Which obviously is a tragedy, what happened in Dunblane. But a lot of stuff, not only Dunblane, but when you look into the shootings that happened in Plymouth, a lot of things happen with, it's hard to say it, but I really don't care. But it comes to like people's misjudgment or people not doing the proper job
I
in
was
the
gonna
job
say,
that they've got.
What
like,
happened
if
in
you-
Plymouth? His mother reported him numerous times and told them.
And I'm going to say
If you
something.
read,
and this
if you
isn't-
read a government report on Dunblane, the same thing happened on Dunblane. He was reported countless times. The same with Michael Ryan and Hungerford. He was reported countless times. The problem is, and I don't actually blame the police, they're so understaffed.
It's exactly what I was going to
Yeah.
say.
In what they do, that they're only just about managing to cover. Like, if you put a variation in how long it takes to get that variation back, they're only just about managing to cover the variations that they're doing. Not only then trying to deal with investigations of people that are doing anything
How in
wrongdoing.
God's name are they meant to do all of this?
They're so stretched to their absolute
That's
absolute
why
limits.
it takes 12 months to get a shotgun ticket.
Yeah, like, and I get it. The problem is that when you've got like a civil service, if you've got somebody that's doing like an FAO or a firearms officer, you're very lucky to get a firearms officer that's in the background of shooting.
Yeah.
Because you've got somebody that has no clue what they're doing, no clue on working out. Like, I'm pretty good with working out people. I can look at somebody and work out what they're all about when I speak to them or when I like deal with them. People don't have that training. If you're fresh out of university and you take a job on and you don't actually know the background of that job before you do it, I think in that side of like the regulations and like the firearms, like licensing issue is a completely different issue to what we've got going on in the grounds of like game shooting. Them two things are completely separate so far, like at the moment.
Yeah.
you're going to have such an issue with getting that licensing because people don't really know what's going on in the sport. They don't really know what they're doing. Once you get into the realms of the game shooting side of it, you're also in the same sort of side because we're in a world now where you can be him, her, she, toaster, traffic cone, car, and you have to.
I don't think I've ever seen this side of you, Ryan. Like, you really are on a fucking grandma style right wing bender at the moment.
It's not
When
right.
I was a lad, so
Who
we
needs
didn't have
Dave
no
Carey when you
It's
got
not.
Ryan Murphy?
Yeah, well, I've got 2 eyes. Dave Carey's got 1, so you can go fuck himself. But
Do you shout our birds as well?
yeah, our birds.
Our birds, Dave Carey.
But no, like I have an opinion.
We know you
Not
know.
everyone agrees with my opinion. It's fine. They're like arseholes, aren't they? But
Have you ever been outside of the UK? You're like one of these one state wonders.
I've been out of the UK loads of times. Just put my braces on, shave my head, and get on with it. Anyway, it's
I'm going to cut Ryan off there before he does something does something he regrets for a little while.
And before he gives Reg a whole
Yes.
lot of editing work, yeah.
So our FE at the shop, who does our checks and stuff, he's our local guy. He's actually a shooter himself,
Yeah.
and you do not understand how rare that is.
Yeah, they
But
so
to have an FEO
so few
who
and far
understands
between.
Understands
and
shoots
shoots
himself.
and he's like, although he does target stuff, which is a bit different to what we do as a shop,
Yeah.
really. So we're more shotgun side based and everything. But it's so rare for him to be able to shoot, for him to shoot. It's almost like unheard of.
It's
And
yeah.
he gets obviously all the licensing and everything, and he knows everything because he has to obviously as an
Yeah.
FEO. But he knows like all the little nuances, and it's so rare for that to happen.
I got a hot
That's
take
the-
on this. Is that I think they should put the price up on everything.
Oh, 100%, right?
I'd be happy. Yeah.
Price up on shotgun certificates. Price up on firearm certificates. Price up on variations. Like 20 quid for a variation. You can put them in as many as you want. Why don't they make it like at the end of the day? If you're getting a variation, you can be buying a new gun. Well, minimum on a new gun. Let's say, sake of argument, 500 quid. Why isn't the variation £100?
See, I agree in all parts except the variation, because if they had a decent online system, a variation where you click a
Yeah.
button,
This is what I'm saying is if they put the price up on everything, they'd be able to hire more staff. They'd be able to integrate better systems online.
If you want a passport fast, you pay for it. Wouldn't that be nice to have a
Yes.
premium affair like
Yes.
for firearm certificates? Be like, I'll pay you $1,000 to have it now.
Yeah, like if it's you can either like wait 3 months like
round.
everyone else, or you can pay 120
months?
quid and have it expedited.
And
I
I know
appreciate-
I know so many customers that
That
I
are
have-
waiting to buy
that are waiting to go,
£1,000
yeah.
worth of guns.
I have so many guns that I'm storing for customers that are basically waiting for variation.
I think we
and
just
waiting
found
for
out
renewals.
who takes the most edits.
yeah.
that are waiting for renewals, waiting for
I think-
bits and pieces.
Yeah,
And
like-
it's just, and they'd happily pay 100 quid a year.
I think it's
To get it
like
sorted.
Yeah.
what we've seen recently with the moderators coming off ticket.
Well, that's not been. pushed
Well, yeah,
through
but
yet.
like
Are you boys fishermen? You fish?
No, I don't know.
Used to.
Yeah, you got a fishing license?
No, I don't have fishing.
You
I've
clearly
never,
don't,
never, never
Ryan.
fished in my life.
My
A
license.
fishing license costs more than a shotgun license.
You're
Yeah.
you're fucking kidding.
Yeah, if you times a fishing license by 5, which
Yeah,
a shotgun
'cause
certificate
yearly,
is,
Yeah,
it
26,
is more.
28 quid. Yeah, whatever.
No.
it is. Yep.
When we used to go,
You don't
out, it
have to
was
buy
about-
one if you're really good at running.
Was it £7 for a week?
No, it's-
Really?
that's
I
a
don't
day-
know.
It's in
day
that
license,
ballpark,
yeah, day license.
I thought it was like 7
I
quid
think,
for a 24 hours.
like, I know Michael cut me off slightly because he
He's
thought I was
rude.
going to say something bad, but like, not just with the firearms licensing, but also with the game shooting, the issues that the sport are dealing with now. The problem that we have with pandering to people, like with you can be a toaster, you can be a him, she, her, whatever the fuck you want to call yourself. That if
What's this got to do with game shooting?
I want to see where it's going. It's
If
going to
you-
tie
well,
back.
I'm going to
if
let
you
you
let-
cook.
no,
I'm gonna
no,
let
Ryan,
you-
I really... Come on.
I'm
Can
going
I
to let you cook
finish?
here.
Can I finish?
You can finish it. I'm going to cook. Let you
Can I
cook.
finish without being?
You can finish, but I
Roasted.
will take you on after this.
But I'll take. you
I'm
outside and beat
pro-toaster.
the
I
shit
just want
out
to
of
point
you.
out.
But no, like, listen, right? If you go to the government with an issue or a problem or something that you don't agree with, you get pandered to, and they will make that an issue. They will make
I
that
think
a
they
thing.
just fight for it more.
No, I don't think they do because like it's
You've
the
not seen
same
the
with game
toasters
shooting.
rallying on the streets.
They're fast, but no, you know, like with the game shooting, with the like, I don't like this, I don't want to see this, I don't want to see that, but they're quite happy to eat meat out of a supermarket, but they don't want to see it killed, they don't want to see it done in a certain way. The same as the gender row, if you've got an issue with something and you've got a big enough voice or you've got a big enough fight, you can get that squashed. You can get that cancelled. Everyone's got that issue now where if they've got a problem with something that much, that they will fight for it so much that it will get cancelled or it will not be a thing anymore. And so somebody will fight for that. And I think it's the same thing with everything that we're going through now. Whereas before, people would go, no, that's the thing. That happens. That is a legal thing. It happens. It's done. It's sorted by government. Now everyone thinks they have a voice in everything and they can get in the way and they can stop it.
I was chatting to someone at the shooting show
argument with
about
that sort
on
of
that,
side of it.
in that same vein. I was chatting to someone at the shooting show. I won't say who it was, but he was saying that, you know, Labour most likely going to get in next time.
Yeah.
And he was saying that they're going to come down hard on a lot of sport like this.
Yeah.
You know, like, you know,
Maybe.
well, maybe, but he was saying that they're going to have to throw some meat to the back benches to keep them happy because that's what they want to see and that's what their constituents want to see.
Yeah.
Because, you know, they got to give it like what Blair did with the hunting ban. He had to do something because, you know, they've been pandering on. We'd had
It's
Conservatives in for so
people-pleasing.
long. It's the
Yeah.
same thing. We'd had what? How long of Tory rule we had over Thatcher and Major? And, you know, when the Labour got in, it was all well and good, you know, change the education system, do this, that, and the other. But they were like, hey, there's some stuff that we've been really pissed off about for a long time that we want to change in, but the Conservatives wouldn't make any sort of small concession to it. So when Blair came in, he came down hard on it. So I don't know if that's going to be the same thing with Starmer. I don't know. I'd like to think not, but you never know. I think we're just starting to move in the right direction with certain things, and then we're looking at a big shake-up come end of the year.
You can always look at Scotland, unfortunately, to see our political future in some ways.
Right. Any advice for people wanting to get into the sport?
Have fun, shoot lots of clays. Don't shoot lots of other stuff. Have fun. Surely that's the only advice.
Don't listen to a lot of people.
In that same sort of vein, like times are hard. Obviously, it's an expensive sport. Let's not beat around the bush. If it's something you want to do regularly, it's
Name
not.
a cheap sport.
Don't get me started on this.
No,
'Cause
name a cheap sport.
Oh no! All right, hobby. Call it hobby.
Name a cheap hobby.
All right.
Tennis.
Go and watch
I
tennis
don't
in
know.
Wimbledon.
Fucking knitting.
No. Knitting. Fantastic hobby.
How much is yarn?
Not a lot. It's fucking
about
wool.
£8.
I bet it's gone up.
It's a byproduct. No one wants it. I can tell you now, as a man in agriculture, they burn most of it. They're not interested. They use it as packaging material. That's how worthless wool is.
I get complained at on a daily basis from people going, oh, the price of cartridges has gone ridiculous. I can't afford it.
Don't buy it then.
No, I'm not saying that.
Literally
It's
I'm
not
say
like
it.
don't buy it. It's like, well, what do you want me to do?
No,
What do you want me to do about it?
No, listen.
like-
you're not going to.
I don't set these prices.
You're getting it twisted. You're getting it twisted. I'm saying that times are hard, right? And it's not. It's not. You know, if
No,
it's
it's
a,
definitely not a cheap sport.
Yeah,
I'll
It is
agree
not
with
a
you.
cheap sport.
This
yeah.
one-
But
saying is
neither
I'm
is
saying
it an
if-
expensive sport
right.
if you don't want it to
if
be.
you've not got a lot of money and it's a sport you want to get into, because we talk about a lot about shooting on this show, we both really enjoy it. I am an absolutely slap bang average shooter at best, but I really enjoy it. What I'm saying is that anyone that listening that wants to get into the sport and doesn't have a lot of money, let's say they got 500 quid to spend on a gun, what should they be buying in your collective opinions?
We really
to
should
get-
let you finish that question, shouldn't we?
Yeah, right, Reg, you stupid cunt! You have no idea. It's not a cheap, because it's a cheap sport. You
You
spastic.
fucking peasant! You should try owning a Formula 1 team or an estate, you prick! Go on! What's the last time you bought a digger? That's an expensive sport!
Do you have any idea how much James Hesketh put into F1 with James Hunt? It was a fortune.
Civil engineering? Now that's a hobby you want!
Yeah.
So I had to bring that up because it is a real source.
no, I get that. I get that.
yeah.
I wasn't. The
It's
path I
definitely
was
not the
going down.
cheapest of sports, but
No.
neither is it the most expensive.
course
what's
it's not.
What's a season ticket for Southampton?
Oh, like 500 odd quid.
Yeah. So I mean, if you
it's
want to get
a fair
into
amount of money,
you
you
wanna
go shooting
get-
once a month. It's about 500 quid a year.
if you want to get into cycling, you can spend like $5,000 on a carbon fiber bike. Like
Oh, double it.
yeah. So
You really
yeah,
can
just
spend what you
go-
want to spend when it comes to shooting. If
Because
you
a
go
lot
and
of
shoot,
people
I'm going to
say-
say golf.
yeah.
Golf is insanely expensive.
if you want it to be just like
If
shooting,
you want it to be. Yeah, so you don't have to buy the £10,000, £15,000 set of clubs.
Look, I
but
don't know about you
people
two
do-
rich
people
bricks
do
at the
it.
end of the table, but
Yeah.
I know what he earns, I know what he earns, I know what I earn. Ain't none of us like raking it in big time, but we all find the money for what we want to
Yeah,
spend
yeah,
it on.
yeah.
Yeah. If you want to go golf, pitch and putt's cheap.
Yeah, exactly. You can
Yeah.
do it cheap.
Dri-
You don't
driving
have-
range
I've
is
got a
10
set
You could
of
do a drum.
clubs for sale. If
He
they
does,
want
yeah.
to
40
buy any.
quid. Yeah.
You can have them in very small chunks and make your own art at home.
We just do
You
it to
can
fuck about
buy
and have a good time.
can buy a clay gun for under 500 quid.
What
a
would you-
really good one.
What would you recommend? This is what I'm saying because there'll be a lot of people
Yeah,
listening.
Fab arm
I-
pump for
I
£75.
own a lot of guns under 500 quid that
Yes.
are really banging. You just need to kind of know what you're
One,
looking at and take a risk.
Holtz, if you know what you're looking at, like Johnny says, Holtz is a great place to
Yeah,
buy
I just
a cheap
bought a
gun.
Frankie Barrage, which was a Olympic grade trap gun. I've
It's
got
so cool.
Yeah, that's sick. I've got the Fratelli Gamba, Gamba SP Gold. You can buy a Gamba, which is a detachable trigger gun that was considered world grade. That's worth a huge amount in other countries that actually appreciate them. 400 quid.
Yeah.
You can buy an old Maruk, perhaps for 500 quid.
Yeah.
But not
For
too
example-
old. Post 79 is preferable. Like there is tons out there.
I've got
The bitch of the Turkish market coming over and sort of
Yeah, diluting
making
it.
that kind of entry level gun different means it's really diluted the price of quality old guns. So you can buy a secondhand I think I just wrote an article on this. 425 quid. I found a 686 28-inch fixed choke for 425 quid. It's a great gun.
Yeah. Bulletproof as well.
I've
Yeah.
got a Maruku for the sale in the shop at the moment. It's a 3700. It's 495.
Great gun. Yeah.
Brilliant gun. And guess what? It's sat there for a couple of months, and no one even looks at it.
No, but they'll
Really?
walk in
They
and
go,
buy
"Oh,
an
I
ATA.
want the ATA."
Yeah.
Yeah.
New
It's like,
shiny.
yes, that's good, but it's not the same.
Do you have
It's
any
not the same
coughs?
quality.
It's not the same. It's nowhere near the same.
This shit won world championships.
Exactly.
Scout the second-hand market.
Be brave.
Yes.
Watch TGS. Make
Yes,
mistakes like
100%.
us. Yeah. Own a cabinet full of rust like all of us losers.
Yeah.
Right, what can we expect from TGS and the gun review coming up?
Awesome, cool stuff.
Well done, Michael. Good,
I don't
good
know.
sales technique. This is why the shop is failing. Well done.
That's why the world's
know-
failing. These young
fucking young boys.
brown people coming over on the boat.
The brown people and the young people are fucking up our country.
Well, my day, we had a spine.
We used to work.
16 hours a day,
A
son.
young person doesn't even know how to steal a battery. No innovation.
This used to be Great Britain.
Michael wouldn't have a fucking clue how to go around a scrapyard.
No, because
Not a
I'm not a
clue.
Jippo. Like you. I don't spend my time hanging around in scrap yards.
Going out where the caravan parks itself, you know?
Exactly. You either earn money or you get given money.
Oh.
You just go and fucking take it.
Oh, dear.
Oh, it's gone.
We've got some very cool plans for Series 3.
Yeah?
From TGS, we've got some clay tour things. We've got a few gun launches. We've got some factory tours. Basically, a hyped up version of what we've done last year. We've got some
fucking
really
love
cool
the
big
factory
things on
tours.
there.
Yeah, as an aside,
There's some
love the
cool
Norma
stuff.
factory tour. That was amazing.
Yeah.
Wasn't that sick?
Oh,
I thought that would
yeah.
be the most boring
it was
shit
like
we've
an
ever
episode
filmed.
of how it's made
Yes.
with better
Yes.
voiceover.
Yeah.
I
Thank
thought
you
that.
very much.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a personal edit, so I'll take that.
No, it was. That was
Yeah.
a banging video.
As soon as I saw it was like, we're going
Yeah.
around a tour of a bullet factory, I was like, I'm fucking in.
Yeah.
Everybody leave me
we're getting
alone.
them all
So
sorted in
Sasha
the
and I
line.
have a little competition going. It's kind of not that serious a competition, but we have the top 10 most viewed videos of all time.
Who
I,
does who?
I currently have more. Videos I've edited or made versus videos he's edited and made. And I appreciate that some of it may be because I've taken some of the juicy ones, but mostly it's that I take the stuff that ain't potentially going to perform as well and edit it because he's less proud of the footage. Constant slammers. I love it.
Sorry, Shash.
I am now ready to answer your question.
What have we got? The broad strokes or some sneak peeks?
So we
behind?
got Best of British.
Oh.
So in this episode, we aim to showcase why side-by-side shotguns are still relevant and why the British gun industry is so good.
He's peng, mate.
He's paying, son. Then we got hard guns and hard hunters. So testing us and the guns to the limit.
Oh, that
We're going to
sounds-
go swimming. We're going to go all sorts.
That
Triathlon
sounds
with the
Exactly.
fantastic.
Then we
Michael,
got,
do you remember Wales?
yes, that's why I'm going to get fit.
Are you going to get fit?
I'm going to get fit.
I'm
What,
sure
by,
you said-
by June?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what sort of fucking planet are you
Yeah,
on?
but it's not going to be June, is it? Because him. we aim
He
to
is a
film. We aim to
useless
film it in when we aimed last season to film it in the summer. And when was it? We were doing it in December.
No, we filmed 3 episodes, I believe, in the summer and 2 in Jan. Fuck you.
Oh,
Michael,
yeah.
you're setting yourself
Mate, July, August, we're down.
All right, okay.
Once all the stuff
I'm
Realistic
gonna laugh
target.
so
lined up, we're
hard
gone.
if you eat shit and Michael just fucking tears it.
Right, when Michael turns up like the beast like he was when he was 17 and could bench fucking 700 kilos or whatever it was, yeah, I'm down. Mr. What was it? Squatted 120 kilos.
140.
140.
The last time Michael run on video, he faked an ankle injury.
Yeah, he ran 80
because I didn't want to
yards.
run.
And he
Apparently-
fell in a
That was
rabbit
funny.
hole.
I laughed and laughed.
Yeah, they
Well,
haven't.
there was a genuine concern, right? Because we see him running and he just hits the deck and doesn't get up. We both hop in the van
Yeah.
and hone it across the field to go and check on it. Like, genuine concern. I mean, I'll cry a wolf over here. Like, my ankle.
I had to sell it a
he's
bit, didn't I? I couldn't just go, yeah, I'm fine.
I can't run to the
I
fence.
fell down a rabbit hole, and then the guy that owns the farm was like, "We've not had rabbits since 1962."
Had to sell it a bit, didn't I?
Oh, mate. Verge.
Then we got air gun chili challenge. So taking the chili challenge from
Return
last
of
year.
the chili challenge.
But it's not going to be full chilies. We're going to have a wheel of misfortune with things that these guys, because I'll eat anything because I'm a poor cunt. Like, these guys don't like blue cheese and fish.
Yeah.
That's kind of a communal hatred.
No, I like fish. No, I don't like mussels and
I hate
oysters.
blue cheese.
shellfish.
Blue
Yeah.
cheese and dirty, stinky fish. So, guess what we're going to have on the wheel of misfortune?
Oh, look at his
Chilies,
Ryan-
fish and cheese.
This is if you can see Ryan's face
I'm
now.
not looking forward to
And
it.
we've established I'll eat literally anything for the right price. So,
Yeah,
Then we got clay competition. So
yeah.
a whole episode dedicated to competition clay guns and the equipment that goes along with them. Then the rifle relay. So another exercise episode.
More running, great.
And it's dedicated to rifle stalking equipment and everything that goes along with it, really.
It sounds fantastic. I can't wait. I've absolutely loved the gun review.
Yeah.
TGS as a whole, the channel's fantastic, but you three have just, I've said it before and I've said it to Ryan, the dynamic, the sort of
It's
top.
like a shit Top Gear.
It is. It's the top
Yeah.
gear. It's that you've got that.
Thank you, mate. I
You have.
appreciate
You've
that.
got that magic in a bottle. You've really got it. You've encapsulated it. You guys work so well together because you've all got your own personalities and your own sort of traits that just as you put them all together, I just find it's just fantastic.
Hold the phone. Outside perspective. Describe us all as presenters, one by one.
What describe? Or if I was to call you the
No,
top,
like just imagine that you don't know us.
May, Clarkson, Hammond. There you go.
No, not as like just give like the lowdown. How you feel about each of us, our strengths and weaknesses.
Strengths and weaknesses.
One
This
by
is
one.
the wild cunt that says some like the
Out
on
there.
the very edge of stuff you can put on YouTube, and you
They're
can just
pointing
imagine
at Ryan here for those who don't understand. This is an audio-based platform.
even if you didn't, Ryan, even if you didn't listen to him on this show, or you didn't know him as a person, you could watch that and be like, I bet he is cooked after like 3 pints. You'd hear some wild stuff. Yourself, Johnny, you're just this super charismatic. Just really, you've just got that presenter vibe about you that you could sell fucking ice to the
His head's not gonna fit out
Eskimos.
the
Yeah,
fucking
I
door
know.
in a minute.
And then with yourself, Michael, you've just got this incredible depth of technical knowledge, and
the
just
knowledge.
and you could describe the most intricate things to the most dumb people like myself and Marlon and make us understand it. So yeah, you guys just work so well
Yeah.
together because if too much of one thing and it wouldn't work, it's just beautiful balance that I just love in the show. So yeah, big up to you guys for making it work because you got me hooked. Yeah, from both of us, thanks guys for coming down. It's been a fucking wild ride and it's been a long time getting you on. So
Welcome.
yeah, thanks for making the trip. It's
We love
fucking-
you millions.
yeah, it's epic. So yeah. All right, anything else you guys want to add before we fuck off?
I appreciate both of you for having us on, and I appreciate both of you for making a genuinely somewhat enjoyable podcast most weeks.
Thank you very much.
I
Somewhat enjoyable.
I appreciate you guys for the gun
Making-
review and
making
and Johnny
a
for
semi-decent
TGS as a
channel,
whole.
yeah.
A semi-decent channel, you fuck.
He's,
No, I
he's
think
as semi-decent
he
as your
earned, he
podcast
earned
is.
that. Yeah. He earned that.
No, mate, I love your shit. I
Yeah.
listen to that. Like, it's hard to find a podcast that's actually somewhat enjoyable to listen to because you do have to actually listen to this shit when it's on. I listen to a lot of American ones. It's about the only British one I left listening to, and I love it because it is just the perfect mixture of actual interesting shit and the occasional just Somerset small talk.
Just fucking Somerset
Small talk.
Yeah.
We
You
should
got
name
it.
those episodes where it's just like me, you, Gilo, and Keith just bullshitting Somerset small talk.
I spent 3 hours drilling out a bolt on a thing. My fucking washing machine doesn't bloody work. Tell you what, if
toilet's
you
got a
put
leak.
those conversations into 40-year-old women round a fucking coffee table, you'd be like, yeah, Faraday's. Can't believe it. They've changed the colour of our bin liners.
They don't tear off the
They've-
roll as easy as they
And
used
yet
to.
I still fucking listen. And that says something. I love you guys.
No, we appreciate it, guys. Thanks for coming down.
Thank you, guys.
It's big an episode. Right, I think that's about it, isn't it?
I reckon that is.
Yeah, right. Without any further ado, I've been Reg.
I've been Marlon.
I've been Ryan.
I've been Michael.
And I've been Johnny.
Thanks,
Love you.
thanks everyone for listening.
No, thank
and
you.
that's the end.
Oh.
Until next week.